somebody around you could be triggered. Because maybe they feel like you're learning and or you're developing something, and this is making you have some type of good luck. It's like, okay, well, we understand that you were going through some type of cycle and or you're balancing out some type of discipline. And now they feel like there's going to be some type of heartbreaking conversation, or there's going to be some type of separation once you take action towards some type of success. Who are we talking to? This could be a Scorpio. Maybe there's some type of change when it comes to a tradition, your job, your marriage, or something that you conform to for a while. Even if the structure is kind of like, I'm only here because it holds some type of meaning to me. But maybe secretly you're trying to meditate and figure out, okay, well, where is this really going? Maybe somehow you're either talking to someone of your past, even if they're just a friend, or there's somebody young that's around you. Either they got married, or maybe you feel like you got married young secretly. It's like, okay, well, somebody's actually arrogant, and it seems like they need to go through some type of change, or they're arrogant because they're going through a change when it comes to their business. Somebody could feel like you're a provider, you have some type of entrepreneurship towards you, but they feel like from sudden, there could be some type of sudden change from time to time, and this makes you arrogant because you have to go through some type of change. And maybe you like tradition. And so secretly this person is trying to give you some type of love and or be someone that's familiar to you. They're trying to be a friend so that way you have some type of success. And or you can just be playful. You can see the innocence in your day and or your journey. Somebody's definitely trying to be your friend. All right, Scorpio. Who's trying to be your friend? This could be an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Cancer, a Virgo, or a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And maybe this person was a part of some type of scandal. They were either cheating, there could have been some type of drinking too much, there was something that they were doing. And they feel like, okay, well, I know that I was being insincere and or self-obsessed, but I'm trying to escape this now. All of a sudden, I want to be stable and or mature, but people around me are confused by this decision and or they're in their emotions by the decisions that I've made. So they can be trying to pull themselves together by either meeting someone new and or transforming the way that they do situations. Even if it's like, okay, well, they know that they sleep around. It's like, okay, well, I want to change this relationship with you. Like, yeah, we were just sleeping together, but now I want to have some type of love because my past is wanting to go by themselves, or they want to be single, or they investigated some type of friendship and how that moved forward. They have some type of success. And so they feel like, okay, well, there's some type of destruction to my business or my stability. So I have to change when it comes to a situation. They're being forced to change. And maybe they feel like, okay, well, I can give you some type of moments that you can cherish. Because maybe you seek some type of connection. But this person could still be having some type of fear of change. They could be lying about why they're in their head and who they were working with. They feel like somebody has some type of skilled work and or quality. And it feels like, okay, well, this person is destined to go through some type of turning point and or some type of fate where they have a new start. And so they're trying to get out of some type of drama. But at the same time, mentally and emotionally, they're still in denial about it. So be careful about who approaches you soon. Also, you may know a friendship. Maybe you've had a friend for a while, and maybe this person has some type of success, some type of recognition. They were in the army. They were a manager. There's something about this friend that was successful, and maybe this was in the past, and now secretly they're married, but they feel like, okay, well, I want to sleep around, or there's somebody else that they want to have some type of attraction to, but they feel like this would disrupt their business and or their resources. So it's okay, well, I just have to go through this transformation and just wait and watch somebody from afar. This could be somebody that you're friends with that's wanting to cheat and or wanting to deal with someone else that they know. But maybe they feel like this person is young. It's okay, well, I've already committed to someone else, and I'm going to be looked at as if I'm arrogant if I move forward. There could be some type of sudden change when it comes to someone. This could be an earth sign feminine. Maybe this person is secretly scared of when it comes to new love and or having conversations, but it seems like they're going to be able to move forward and have a new perspective. So when it comes to some type of business, it seems like all of a sudden something is positive or something is seen in a different light. Something about photography could be important, whether you or them are behind the camera or on camera. Something about sunflowers or a field. Something's going to be highlighted about this person's fears, and then they're going to have a conversation, and this is going to be able to move them forward from a perspective of somebody that they've been working with. What's this conversation, Scorpio? There's a father figure or there's a Aries that's around. And somebody feels like this relationship is negative. They also feel like this Aries or whoever this is has a relationship with their child's mother that they feel like is going through some type of despair and roller coaster. And so they're comparing it. They feel like this one is the same, and they're telling you about this. It's okay, well, I understand that you're going through a phase when it comes to some type of milestone or doing something for yourself, and you may even want to embrace them because you feel like they had to endure a lot. Maybe there's some type of message or somebody that works for the government that's telling you about how something was imbalanced or how something was never actually going the way it needed to. So you feel like somebody was thrown off when it comes to growing or making something work. And they were disappointed, so they still had to adapt. So I don't know. It's like you're talking to someone. It's like, okay, I see you, but I want to tell you something else that's going on behind the scenes. And this is going to help them move forward from somebody that they're still trying to make things work with. All right, Scorpio. Let's keep going. If there's a situation that you need to turn around, know that things will start off slowly. So just kind of go with the flow, follow your heart. You may know someone that's wanting you to do something that's a little outside of the box, but know that this is going to create a burden. It's like, oh, well, just come with me, or just come do this, or da-da-da-da. No, don't do it. Okay, so focus on whatever it is that you're building or whatever it is you're implementing. Because you may have some type of quick idea or something that you feel like, okay, well, maybe this will help you. And somebody's going to say something. It's okay, well, yeah, this actually would work. You're able to recover. You're able to find your way around this solution, around this issue to a solution. You may feel like it's a burden when it comes to relationship, either with your child's mother, your mother, a daughter, a niece. There's somebody that's a feminine that's around. And maybe there's some type of disappointment because they feel like there was somebody else that was friends around them. And maybe they lost this person, or there was something that's just like, okay, well, I don't know, somebody went to jail, someone passed, and they're starting to recover. But at the same time, it's like they need to balance out a new friendship that they have. They could be in a relationship secretly, and they desire to be able to make some type of choice or decision. But they may even need to go talk to a therapist. So you could have somebody that's young around you that needs some true support if they lost someone recently. All right, what can you expect, Scorpio? What are your next 7 days later? Okay, so expect that you're uncertain in the next 13 days, but it seems like about a week after that, you'll have some type of support or you'll be able to guide someone else. Maybe you're uncertain of how you can support someone and what they can do, but it seems like, again, there's some type of breakthrough. But somebody's still going to play some type of illusion that everything is fine and everything is harmonized the way that it needs to be. So that way they can be seen a certain type of way. They feel like, okay, well, I have some type of foundation. I just want to be able to have some type of fun, even if there's some type of dispute that's going on in the background. They feel like they're only competing with time right now, either against a particular situation and or a person. They feel like, okay, well, somebody can be stingy, but I know how to get them to work with me. And at the point that I need to depart and or move forward, they're going to be willing to do so. But they feel like there's some type of consequences that feel like this is a disaster that could be coming up first. So somebody wants to address it. All right. When it comes to you being uncertain, let's switch it up. What are you uncertain about? You could be uncertain about how you're going to be able to restore something, or if you're going to be able to sleep peacefully, something that's going to be the way that it once was. Maybe there was somebody around you that came into your space and they were angry or reckless, and so it kind of threw you off. Maybe you feel like, okay, well, you had some type of innocence or everything was just kind of cultivated the way it needs to be when it comes to work or something that you paid money into. There was always some type of routine and somebody was paying attention to it. You also could be uncertain of how you're going to restore a situation because somebody else is arrogant. Maybe you got some type of message from the justice system. There's some type of email, some type of letter. There was something that came through. It's like, okay, well, I'm not really sure how somebody feels that they have some type of satisfaction or wish fulfillment when it comes to their home and or a decision they're making, but it seems like they're being steady. They feel like it's going to be in their best favor to balance something out with someone else. That they feel like, okay, well, this is someone that I can feed into even when it comes to some type of imaginary love. They're in and out of restoring something with this person. So they are uncertain when it comes to a situation. But at the same time, they feel like, okay, well, I can make sure that I'm being making somebody else be gullible and or foolish. They are anxious about it. So if you're worried about how somebody else is playing it cool, they're not playing it cool. Okay? But they also could be trying to sleep with someone and or deal with someone else that they feel like it's going to help them. Something about puppies could be important. You also could be uncertain about moving and or taking some type of risk, whether you have to leave your home and or something that you're anticipating that's coming in. You may feel like something is going to be gullible, but this actually may lead to your happiness. You also may be happy that there's somebody around you that's actually insecure about this idea, because you're disinterested in them anyway. So you're like, okay, well, this will kill two birds with one stone. Like, okay, well, I don't care that you're uncertain about it. This is what I want to do. And this leads to some type of breakthrough. What's the breakthrough in the process? Yeah, you have some type of idea. You have some type of logic and or discipline. Something balances out for you. It seems like you have some type of ethics. And because of this, anything that was trying to either waste your talents and or manipulate you. But that's all, folks. You wrapping it up. You also could get some type of idea about how somebody is discouraged and or negative when it comes to handling their responsibilities. It's like you're talking to an actual attorney. You're talking to somebody that actually has the clarity or knows some type of idea. Maybe you're trying to get a divorce. So it's like there's something that you're like, okay, well, initially you didn't know how much something was going to cost or the weight of a situation. And you feel like, okay, well, this may just be a temporary setback because you feel like there's somebody else around you that they come off as a leader. They can make bold moves. But at the same time, they're unaware of how to treat you or be compassionate. It's like you feel like you put up with it enough. Somebody could be getting a divorce or going through a separation. And maybe you're uncertain about how this is going to go. And you're going to end up having some type of support. Okay. Now, if you're going to end up supporting yourself, it seems like you will have something that you feel like is great. Something that you feel like is, okay, well, this is my home. This is something I can put energy in towards, money in towards. You feel like it was worth it. You have some type of faith, and that's still something that's on your mind in the end because you're like, okay, well, how long does this last? And this could put you in your feelings and or your emotions, but you have the stability for it. There could be somebody in your family that wants to talk about a situation, whether they have to surrender in court or it's like, okay, well, I just want to talk about a new perspective and why something is going the way it's going. Maybe they could be attached to having multiple people and or making people see something in a certain type of way. It's like they want to feed into some type of illusion, some type of AI, some type of like stories. Like, okay, well, they want to give the illusion that they have some type of structure. But something that's not going the way that they want to because people don't really want to intertwine with them. They feel like they're heartbroken or it's like, okay, well, you just need to be a mom at this point. They feel like they have too much responsibilities. It's like somebody wants people's attention for whatever reason. You could be attached to them. And this could be somebody that you're supporting. What else is going on for Scorpio? Okay, so you're going to end up having to walk away from some type of opportunity. Whether this is a job, a person, something that you feel like is more secure, a house, whatever this is. And in the process, you may be a little frustrated. You may feel like, okay, well, how is something else is going to go? Should I panic or what's to happen? And you feel like something's not going to get complete. Well, just as long as you don't have some type of lack of accountability, there will be some type of discipline and, or some type of decision that's made regarding some type of resource or something that you want. But you also got to make sure that throughout this process, you're not abandoning yourself when it comes to your self-care, your self-love, or you're not feeding into some type of insecurity until it plays out. Because this will play into some type of manipulation and you'll trick yourself out of it. Okay? So hold tight when it comes to making a decision too quickly. Even if it's like, okay, well, it's not this one, it's another one, and then you give up before you even get to the one that you actually want. Hi, what's going on for Scorpio? Somebody could want to sleep with you. You got sexy time out here. Let's figure out who this is and if you should be doing it. Be honest with yourself. Who wants to sleep with you, Scorpio? This could be a Gemini. The answer is automatically no. This could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. You may end up doing it with them. There also could be an earth sign around you. Why not to the Gemini? This person is bitter and exhausted. They also could be like they're going through some type of ending with a Virgo or a Pisces, a Cancer. They're disappointed in this person. They feel like this person secluded them and they feel like abandoned. So it's like, okay, well, I gotta go find my happiness with someone, so let me just go figure out who's daydreaming of me. This could be somebody that wears either some type of glasses or they wear something about yellow could be important. All right, there's an earth sign around, and you may feel like this person is loyal and or there's somebody that you want to manifest, but somebody could be in their head because they feel unproductive. So it's like, okay, well, you don't want to have somebody to feel like you're stopping their healing, but they may still present the opportunity towards you anyway. You may end up sleeping with this earth sign. Okay. When it comes to this fire sign, this may be somebody that you already have dated and or that you know, and in the process, it seems like they're going to want to come towards you, and this is going to make you feel confident. And it seems like at the end, it's like, okay, well, now I'm contemplating if I'm in and out of some type of decision or in and out of walking away. So you may end up sleeping with someone that you're thinking about divorcing. Okay. Maybe that's what y'all need. When it comes to you, something that you're daydreaming about. No, not yet. This could be regarding your finances, your stability, your legacy, something that you're trying to plan. Somebody could be writing a book. And there will be some type of long-term success out here. But you just may be conflicted because you feel like there's been a whole lot of schemes or a whole lot of strategies you've had to do to support it. And you feel like it's a burden. Okay. There also could be a relationship, again, that you're holding on to. This could definitely be with a fire sign. Heavy on the fire sign. But there also could be a Taurus, an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Virgo out here. And somehow they feel like, okay, well, I just want to protect my wishes and make sure that you can just kind of sit down and do things patiently. But maybe this is not what you want anymore. And because of this, it feels like, okay, well, you have to do something strategically because this is going to bring up some type of conflict at the point that this relationship doesn't really support the thing that you want. So it's like, okay, well, you have to decide for yourself. And you could be daydreaming of a different life without the person that you're with. All right, who's around you, Scorpio? And then we're going to move on. There could be somebody around you that you feel like is charismatic and persuasive. They don't have to be a politician, but it seems like they can promise things very well. They're very confidential and or they deliver things very well. Maybe something about you getting some type of food or something delivered to you. You also could have someone that plays hard to get. It's like, okay, well, I'm not really sure if this person really is nice, but this seems like they're driven and or disciplined. And then you have someone else that you feel like is full of flavor. It's like, okay, well, somebody is very passionate about the things that they do. Maybe they like to cook or they always smell good. All right, what's going on? The person that's persuasive. Yeah, let them go. Okay, so yes, they can promise things. They keep things confidential. That's because they're hiding things. They like to let go of issues and or evidence. They are very much closed off. They have some type of anxiety because they feel like there's somebody around them that has some type of strong intuition that's walking away from them. If this hasn't happened yet, this is definitely happening around the summertime because they were being sneaky and they tried to be jealous and balance something out. So walk away from whoever this is. Now, when it comes to this person that you feel like is driven and disciplined, you don't know if they're nice or not. This could be a new boo. But they may feel like they have to do things on their own terms or they're going to negotiate things when it comes to it. But in the end, you may feel like this is a gift. It's okay, well, now I got to figure out what our options is as far so I can get this person away and do something for themselves. You may want to treat someone. They may not see it or they may not understand it until you give them a gift. And it's like, okay, well, you saying that you want to flirt or you want to do something to say, okay, cool, sure. And then they're going to start doing things on their own terms. And then you give them some type of getaway or you give them something. And they're like, okay, wait, so is this really an option? Is this really my person? That's how you get their attention. All right. Now, when it comes to somebody that you feel like is passionate, this could be somebody that sleeps around, definitely in secret, and or somebody that you feel like, okay, well, I'm not sure how this is going to grow. Maybe I can start off with this being quiet, but somehow you may be triggered by someone's family. Yeah, you may want to walk away from this. It's like, yeah, I'm glad I didn't really explore this or I didn't tell too many people. Maybe you are the chef. There could be somebody, if you're the chef, let me see. Because you could be a chef and there could be somebody that's interested in you, but they saw that you were in a relationship and said, okay, well, you're going to be the star of your own show. They feel like you weren't an option anymore. This could be a Gemini, a Virgo, a Capricorn, a Cancer, Scorpio, a Pisces, a Libra, a Cancer, a Virgo, an Aquarius, heavy on the Virgo, Cancer, or Capricorn. A Taurus is out here as well. Somebody's like, okay, well, you have some type of partnership or you're going after some type of collaboration. There's something about you. They feel like that was in sync with them. But they feel like, oh, okay, well, you're detained by somebody or you have somebody beside you and they didn't want to be in some type of toxic situation. So they feel like this wasn't an option. There was no need for them to communicate with you. And so it's like, okay, well, let me just kind of take a break and do something for myself. And so they feel like the answer is no when it comes to it. Are you interested in them? You may feel like somebody has a lot or somebody's the real deal when it comes to inventing something or that they can get to some type of conclusion. So you may be open to this person. This definitely could be an earth or a fire sign. But maybe something just hasn't happened yet. Somebody may not be in your same city or somebody may not be as like local to you. Maybe this is a slight difference. All right, let's get it. What's tea? And we're going to move on. All right, what's going on for Scorpio? So again, there's some type of taboo attraction when it comes to someone. And you're wondering if you could have a fresh start with it. But somebody feels like this would be risky and or dangerous. So it's like, okay, well, I don't know if I really want to F around and find out. Because they're going to feel like there's something that's going to either sugarcoat their truth and or they're going to end up hurting their own feelings. Somebody definitely wants to be a boo. And that's what's tea. Okay, Scorpio. Who want to be your boo? The answer may be yes when it comes to one of them. You could have different options. This could be another Scorpio, an Aries, a Pisces, a Taurus, a Gemini, a Leo, a Capricorn. Okay. So maybe you're going to have a couple of people that's interested in you and you're like, okay, well, I'm not really trying to talk something down at this point in time. Or this is how they feel. Confirmations for Scorpio. You can send in for your question if you're interested. Somebody may be going to the gym a lot. Something about finger and or body cramps could be important. If this is not you, this could be somebody around you. Speak more of what you like versus the worries that you have. There could be some type of power outage, internet outage, even if it just flickers for a second. Stay true to what you feel like is for you, no matter who's around you or what they say. You could have some type of travel plans and or be deciding to move. There's a Virgo around you that's no good, okay? Be careful of limiting beliefs. You could be an artist, whether this is music, paint, actor, it doesn't matter, some type of artist, creative. You could be signing some type of contract, so congratulations. Just make sure you're not moving too fast once you do. You still have people around you that hurt you, so you need to be careful of listening to their opinions. All right. No, I'm not. Let's move on. That was Scorpio. Let's move on. Who's at the Scorpio? Sagittarius. Sagittarius, you're up next. All right, so there could be a situation that you're going through, Sagittarius, and you don't need to be humiliated by it. You don't need to feel like, okay, well, I just need to shut down because you feel like you don't really have that many options. You feel like you're unable to make some type of choice. Give yourself some type of love through this because this could be your perception. You may need to go within and balance out some type of mentality and or just meditate. Because maybe you're on the verge of feeling everything's going to be destructed or something's going to change for you. But you'll get some type of knowledge or there's some type of information, some type of secret, some type of document, and this may help you. You also could be learning something about your family or somebody that you created some type of family with. It's like, okay, well, this person could really have some type of domination to them and or their leverage. They could become very intense, especially when they're exhausted. So maybe you feel like there's a situation that's long overdue, but you feel like it would be a challenge. So you also could be walking away from something and or someone. You also may feel like it's a challenge to go back to the good old days. Maybe you feel like there was something that you were strong in or something that you had a whole lot of discipline and strength in. And it's like, okay, well, people supported you. They feel like you had a whole lot of knowledge. But it seems like there was some type of destruction. But at the same time, it didn't really break you down too bad. You may need to just figure out why you feel off. Why do you feel like something is an emergency? And once you get that steady, then it seems like you'll have some type of emotional wisdom to open something back up. But just maybe right now you feel like you don't have any type of choices and you don't really want to feel like ashamed of whatever this is. It's like somebody that gets an eviction or there's some type of challenge and they don't really want to talk about it. But you feel like you can't get back up and that's not true at all. All right. What's going on for Sagittarius? Okay, so again, there will be somebody that's able to help you, especially if this is professional when it comes to some type of issue. You may be hiding yourself. I'm telling you, there's something that you feel like, okay, well, I feel like there's going to be some type of judgment or disapproval. You may feel like there's something that's risky, so don't do something that's out of the normal. Do something within the box. Do something that you're supposed to be doing, and then you'll have some type of confidence of this. You will. But just don't be overly cautious about your next steps, okay? So don't be overly cautious, but take action. It feels like you'll meet some person or you'll find somebody that can help you, and you'll get an offer. You also don't need to be in your head about some type of creative adventure or how something is going to be seen to the world. Maybe you feel a little thrown off and you're like, okay, well, I'm not sure how something's going to be confident. Just embrace whatever it is that you're trying to do, but you may be fixated too much on having a career or somebody seeing you a particular type of way. If you're in a relationship, know that the masculine or the feminine, depending on who or what, there could be some type of disappointment here. They could be trying to keep you chained in or have you reevaluate the things that you want and or need, but they're trying to be flirty while they do it, so it's not like they're directly telling you no or trying to stop what you're doing, but at the same time they are. They may be sad in their head because there's something that they need help with. But at the same time, they don't want you to trust yourself because it's like, oh, well, then you'll find somebody that's more disciplined or, oh, you'll move on to another situation. Somebody's trying to keep you stuck when it comes to them. And maybe you feel like you're trying to move on from a situation and or heal, so you're trying to embrace this at the same time. You are. So be careful. There also could be 2 other men or 2 other women that's around. I don't know if you were dealing with multiple people. There could be an air sign around, or maybe you just know this person through someone else, and it feels like, okay, well, they feel like they suffered enough, or they did something enough, and now they want to resist some type of harm to a Pisces or a Libra. It's like, oh, I don't want to hurt this person anymore. I want to make sure that I can fill their cups and I can do something with some type of clarity. I can be present as long as this person go for it. But maybe you know that this person, they do things off of routine. So it's like, okay, well, you're only seeing this for the moment. This is a loss that needs to go ahead and happen, or somebody may end up passing. Who am I talking to? Sagittarius? You may have a best friend that's in like a DV situation, and the person is like, okay, well, we can still work this out. There also could be somebody from the courts or the police officer is like, okay, well, yes, you suffered enough. Let's go ahead and move on. Let's create some type of boundary. And somebody says, okay, yeah, it's my wish fulfillment to change and or do something for myself. But then they're like, okay, well, maybe it's not the right time. Then they start to back out of it. There also could be an earth sign that's around you. Take it how it resonates. And somebody is someone that's stable and or it's like, okay, well, I can use this person for my own good or for my own security. Maybe this person's like, okay, well, yes, we can move forward or we can do certain things together. I can embrace you. So that way you can be yourself and you can just kind of sit back and do nothing. They also could have known your friend somehow, some way. But this person needs some type of solitude right now because they feel like they made the wrong decision. They do. They feel like people are judging them harshly based off of making this wrong decision. And so they're trying to practice some type of tolerance and or acceptance when it comes to relationships. So it's like, okay, well, if you have a new start or you just want to reach out to them and figure out well, what's going on when it comes to it, they may just take a while to reach back, or they're going to tell you that they have a new perspective and they got to focus on finances or getting something that they feel like is not finished. So somebody may put you on a back burner for sure if you have multiple options. All right. Let's move on. What else for Sagittarius? Okay, so you may need some type of spontaneity and or you're going to do something. You may have a little dog. Maybe your dog is getting older, even if it's still little. You can either have a little dog or an older dog. But just know that you being spontaneous is going to boost your confidence. It is. You also may all of a sudden end up sleeping with someone and you don't know it. Or you may just do something randomly and realize that, oh, I really like this. Or this is something that you want to do more than one time. This could be a hobby, or this could be just something that you're learning. It's like, okay, well, how can I recreate this? How can I do this? This builds your confidence in the fact that you have some type of authority. It's like somebody that's been in the beauty industry for a long time. And so, okay, well, I'm just going to host some type of segment, or I'm going to host a class, or I'm going to do a 2-day weekend thing, or whatever the case may be. And then it attracts some type of authority to where you feel like, okay, well, people actually do listen and or value you. And maybe then you're going to realize, okay, well, let me discover how else I can do it. Even in the point that there's some type of failure when it comes to your family or somebody that you're walking away from. There also could be somebody in your family that feels like they were never romanced the way that they want to. They could want to just go and do something sexual. Say, okay, well, I want to go to y'all know, like those hotels that, out the country and you could be like sleeping with people. I don't know. It's like somebody just wanted to go and randomly do something. It's like, okay, well, if that's what you're confident that you want to do, just make sure you're giving the right people the authority and you discover what's going on. Somebody could definitely be curious about themselves and what they wanted to discover. Okay, have fun, be safe. What else is going on for Sagittarius? You may know somebody that deals in music or plays music, writes music, sings music. Okay, so it feels like your family structure can be stable when it comes to someone particular that you're dealing with. Especially if this is an earth sign or an air sign at the moment. You're only dealing with one person. Something actually could be very beautiful and something can grow. Someone could be getting pregnant soon. Someone has some type of discipline. Someone has some type of business and or they're happy in general. And so it's like, okay, at the moment that you tell them, it's like, okay, wait, this is great. How can we finish this or what else can we do next? Somebody's going to be very excited that you're pregnant. Congratulations. All right. Let's see who's around you, Sagittarius. You may have somebody that plays a game or somebody that is a gamer. Now, they could be somebody that's really tech savvy and or somebody that just likes to play the field. What's going on? Who's around you? They could be somebody that you feel like is older. Maybe they have some type of title. They got some type of old money or they got some type of like corporate job or something like that. And then maybe you feel like there's somebody else that's very stylish. They like to dress up. You also may know a psychic or maybe you are one. All right. What's going on with this gamer? Somebody really don't feel the burden of life right now. They feel like, okay, well, things are kind of being delegated the way they need to. They feel stable. They feel like they have more than enough when it comes to their finances. They could be in their head from time to time about their car or how they're going to move forward or what's next for them. Yeah, but it seems like overall, it seems like they have a next step when it comes to their career. They know what action to take or they're about to figure it out. There's going to be a wish fulfillment here. I like this person. So you can get this person around you. All right, what about this person that's with the corporate, old money, old advice? They probably have their closet separated. Like they're either color coordinated or something like that could be important. This person could be heartbroken right now. They feel like they separated from somebody that they were flirting with and they feel like this could have been something that grew. Yeah, so they're trying to stabilize themselves, but they could be fixated on a family or just finding their replacement. So you may end up having to walk away from whoever this is. It seems like when at the point that you separate from flirting with this person or just having small talk and you move on to having stable conversations, they get fixated on a certain perspective or doing something a certain type of way or how their family did something a certain type of way. So it's like, okay, well, you can agree to disagree, but just move on from this person slowly but surely. All right, now when it comes to this fashion designer, somebody that's always stylish or always dressing up, this person could like to explore and or get things done. Say, okay, well, I got a new idea. Let's go do something together. They got their eyes on a target or something that they're trying to go after, and they could be a little anxious by it at this point in time. Yeah, they could be depressed because they feel like, okay, well, I'm not sure how much or how long I can hold on to a situation. But this person has the confidence. They do. They may walk away from somebody they feel like was growing or that was pregnant or somebody that they feel like has some type of discipline. This person could also be a part of the LGBTQA community, but they seem like they have something that's towards them that's very logical. It's not a burden to be their friend or be around them at all. All right, if you are the reader, if you know a reader, somebody can be handy. We're on Sagittarius. No, we've only done Scorpio, Sagittarius. Somebody has a wish fulfillment and or feel like this relationship will be a wish fulfillment. If you are the reader, they feel like it would be a wish fulfillment with you. Or if you know the reader, you feel like, okay, well, somebody has a wish fulfillment. You want to know what's going on when it comes to their relationship and when they invest in one. Okay, so maybe you want to have a conversation with someone, especially if you are either a client or you're someone that either watched them work or you did something with them. Okay, so you may send them messages kind of like, okay, well, let's just be naive about it to see how this goes. Somebody may be approaching you soon, Sagittarius. Somebody could be getting some type of finances right after that too. All right, what else is going on for Sagittarius? There could be an air sign heavy on the Aquarius. This person could have tried to blackmail someone and or expose someone, but there's a type of failed strategy, and now they want to come clean. They want to have a peaceful resolution and or compromise with this person because they feel like they have a new start and or type of innocence to the things that they've been creating. So, okay, well, damn, this person really is determined to have some type of system and or to make this work. This person really does have something that's going on as far as that they can conform to. They have some type of value. And even though I try to dishonor them, let me see if I can outsmart them now by trying to avoid some type of conflict and or just trying to harmonize with them. So they're still trying to control the narrative and or this friendship, even though it's still one-sided. What does this have to do with you? You may be feeling like, okay, well, there's something that you're clashing with, whether this is regarding your perspective, your optimism, and or you helping somebody. And then there may be someone else around that feels like, okay, well, I'm confident in this value. I'm confident in some type of opportunity. Because they trust some type of feelings and or the way that they want to go about a situation. They say, okay, well, somebody can release some type of control and or guilt. I don't know. Somehow you may know that somebody was trying to set someone else up and now they want to come clean. You may get caught up in a crossfire. Like, okay, well, yeah, I was fixated on this person and this is why. Last message for Sagittarius. We're going to move on. There's something that you feel like is not creative or something that's not really going the way that you imagine. Know that you will have some type of success overall. So stop with the doubt. Okay, it's time for you to get up and take some type of action. Even if you feel like there's some type of cycle that's been completed. There's some type of hassle and or problem. You just need to be patient when it comes to it. I told you, something about a puppy could be important. Maybe you already have a puppy and say, okay, I don't even have time for this. You're trying to find something else to work with. You're trying to make some type of adjustments. I don't know. Hopefully nobody's trying to get rid of their dog. Okay. If you feel like there's something that you can't create or something that you're not developing or you don't want to do something over and over again, it's time for you to get out of your emotions when it comes to this. You will. And you'll get some type of admiration for something that you're doing. If there's a water air sign around you, I'm telling you, I don't like it. Somebody feels like, okay, we can have some type of relief. We can do something confident. And somehow, Sagittarius, they may want you to chaperone because they feel like this water sign is trying to fill in some type of void or has some type of desire to know if they truly healed. It's like, oh, well, come with me with my ex or come with me while I do something to see how this person is growing or let's go see together. They want to see if this is a fairy tale or they want you to be convinced as much as they are. Somebody's still trying to play with the fire. Okay, for sure. Alright, what's going on for Sagittarius? Confirmations. The initial P could be important, first one or last. There could be a Taurus that's around and or Taurus season is when something's going to go in your favor. You could be either planning a vacation, going to a beach home, wanting to go to the beach, even if it's for a quick weekend. Somebody could be surprised that you're focused on money versus love, okay? And this is the time to get ahead, so continue to do so. There could be an old injury that happened or old surgery that's starting to hurt and or bother you. Somebody around you is a sucker. Something about an LA could be important. Maybe you're just sucking on a sucker. Hopefully nobody's sucking on their thumb. I don't know. You could be getting some type of compliments from an admirer. Let's see. When it comes to this sucker, what's this? Somebody could be questioning you on how you feel. And say, okay, well, you already have some type of peace to you and they're trying to make you question yourself and or not have no type of sleep. They want you to learn some type of other burden or they want you to create a burden for yourself. Yeah, it's like, okay, well, you do have time to have type of rest. It's like, okay, well, are you really just going to sit here all day? Are you already trying to figure something out for yourself? They don't understand your process. Who is a sucker? This could be Sagittarius. This could be you or another one. This could be an Aries, an Aquarius, a Cancer, a Leo. Heavy on an Aries, a Libra or a Leo, an Aquarius or a Gemini. And somebody feels like, okay, well, if you need some type of balance, it would be good for you to endure a situation, but you're trying to treat yourself and you need to assert yourself and end something and stop doing something. But you don't actually need to stop doing it, even if this is like you traveling or taking some type of time off or doing something for yourself, because it's actually going to lead to a wish granted. You need your ego boosted or you need some type of confidence right now before you can get back to work or before you can get back to what was flowing for you. So don't let nobody tell you to stop whatever it is that you're doing. All right, let's move on. All right, Capricorn, what you fixated on? Some type of disappointment, something being delayed. You feel like, okay, well, I've been wounded this entire year or for the last 9 months or whatever the case may be. Somebody could be worried about some type of pregnancy. It's like, okay, well, I don't know if I'm close to getting something that I want. What's going on with y'all? Okay, well, then actually you turn it around. So, okay, you start off thinking the worst, and then you pull yourself together. And you're like, okay, well, let me set some goals. Let me be consistent. Let me be faithful and or dependable when it comes to a situation. Something about your taxes could be important. Maybe you're in your head or there's something that's like, okay, well, I feel some type of pressure of getting something done. That could be something that even if it's not your taxes, maybe there's a government program. There's something that you need to get taken care of. There also could be some type of payment that's coming towards you. Or maybe you're worried about, okay, well, when is somebody going to make a payment? You also could feel like you're trying to learn how to handle some type of weight when you feel consistently overloaded. It's like, okay, well, how can I put the weight down? So that way something doesn't backfire when you feel restless. You also could be planning for a hater to come towards you for whatever reason. And it's like, okay, well, I'm just going to sit back and wait and to see how something is going to play out and or balance out. You honestly need to anticipate some type of justice or something to be clear, something to go in your favor. You could even be falling in love soon. By Leo season. There could be a fire sign and earth sign that's around you. And you may be like, oh, well, I'm shedding off old things and old habits when it comes to it. Something about the 10-11 could be important. Maybe you're seeing 1-1-1. Okay. There may be some type of dispute, some type of financial disaster, or something that you feel like is bankrupt, or there's a lot of money that you need to pay, or something that you feel like you need to get taken care of, and you're trying to find a quick decision to do so. Something's going to balance out because maybe there's a path that's coming towards you, a partnership, and when it comes to this burden, somebody may be like, okay, well, as long as you're consistent, sure, something's going to work the way it needs to. This also could be as simple as like, okay, well, you know that every month you have to get something paid. Now you have a credit card, or now you have something, as long as you're consistently getting paid, then you're fine. But you could be in your head because you feel like there's a lot of things that's gotten you away from setting your goals or doing something the way that you want to. It's all about your structure right now. So as long as you're protecting things that are practical, it seems like you'll be able to be generous with yourself. But you also could be going through some type of breakup, and or you may feel like there's some type of rejection. Maybe you're trying to set yourself apart from someone that you feel like is paranoid and or sarcastic. This also could be a child. Maybe you feel like there's an imbalance when it comes to your child because maybe from time to time you feel like they're scatterbrained, or they could be cold, or they could be defensive. Especially when they don't have their wishes fulfilled, or when something doesn't go in their favor. And so this is something that you're trying to work on or implement right now. There also could be somebody around you that feels like, okay, well, I have some type of self-employment, or I have some type of business, so I have to be able to move forward or get things completed the way I need to. And so they lack the discipline. So it's like you could be trying to raise your kid or do something by yourself when it comes to some type of tantrum and or handling some type of characteristic of your child. And this could be making you feel a little paranoid. Something could be throwing you off when it comes to your kid. All right, what else is going on? About changing the color could be important. I don't know if you're painting. This could be like a hair color, a nail color, something about changing some type of color. Somebody could be whipped right now, but at the same time, this person, they're a snake. It just is what it is. So make sure you're not working in sync with someone, and you're not beating yourself up about working in sync with somebody. You're going to know exactly when you need to disconnect, or when something doesn't need to be accepted any longer, or when something is just past time. You know exactly what is supposed to happen. But maybe right now you feel like you have to collaborate with somebody, and or it's like, okay, well, there really isn't any type of fallout, but you know that this isn't your person. So you're just trying to mind your business. You're trying to focus on yourself. It's like, okay, well, whatever they do is, it's not my issue. There also could be somebody around you in your family, or this could be someone in their family. And maybe at one point in time, you actually have some type of lust for this person, and you're like, oh yeah, absolutely not. Somebody could be going through some type of risk when it comes to their finances, their taxes. This could be happening between Aquarius and Virgo seasons. And they're going to feel like, okay, well, dang, I don't really have any guidance, or they don't really know what to do. somebody around you, and somebody that maybe you feel like they don't give you any type of help, and or I'm not saying this could be a parent, but it's like, oh well, they can't help you after the point that you turn 18, or it's like there's nothing that they could actually tell you about, some type of risk and or some type of help. So maybe you end up meeting somebody else and say, okay, well, I just want to mind my business and or figure out how I can make sure that things don't fall out the way it needs to. You want to deny somebody from helping you or being around you because you feel like they're a snake. It's like you don't want to get yourself intertwined with your family, even if they work in a certain department or they can do a certain thing. You feel like there's some type of situation that's going to come up and you're going to get some type of confirmation that you're right. Okay, so have some type of routine when it comes to it. You could be creating some type of routine when it comes to your home. When it comes to your family and or your lifestyle, your taxes keep popping back out. I don't know if y'all worried about y'all taxes or what. What is going on with these taxes? I mean, I know I need to look at mine, but what? Y'all already done did them? What's going on with y'all taxes? It's fine. Maybe you already know that something's going to be a success. Maybe you know that you need to go ahead and get something done, or I don't know. Like, why y'all stressed about it? Maybe you're worried about somebody else filing their taxes. And if that's going to reveal some type of secrets and or if they did something that was dangerous. Yes, they did. But it seems like something could be delayed or something that's not necessarily, it hasn't popped out yet. But they could be anxious because they feel like you're growing when it comes to something that's successful. And so it's like, okay, well, I can't be a part of some type of scandal. So it's like, okay, well, if the child's father, the child's mother, or whoever this is, try to claim the kid and say that y'all was together, they could be trying to get back with you. So that way, when it's time for this to come out, it seems like there's some type of success and it's no issue. They could be mentally overloaded. I don't think you need to be worried about your taxes at all. Okay? But somebody could be overly confident based off of some type of past decision and or their friend. Or maybe a sibling and say, okay, well, somebody around me did this or somebody else around me did this and the third, and they was going through some type of transition and something still got accepted. But the opposition, the stagnation hasn't happened yet because maybe there's a 4-year gap. I don't really know how taxes work, but there could be like some type of like time limit. It's like, oh, well, we don't really audit everybody until this amount of years, or you don't have to file this year, you can file next year, or I don't know. There could be some type of loophole. And then when that loophole closes is when they get investigated. All right. Let's move on. What y'all worried about that for? What else is going on for Capricorn? So you could be recovering when it comes to a situation. I don't know if you were sick or there was some type of situation that you needed some type of help. And so, okay, well, great. Well, somebody was able to support you and or help you through it. But maybe somehow you feel like somebody is still covering up some type of truth and or it's like you side-eye them. They could be someone that's out in the streets or you know that they like to sleep around. But you feel like, again, this is a private matter. So it's like, okay, well, if this person is comfortable doing that, it's okay, well, let them do so. You already know that there's some type of cover-up and some type of white lies about y'all having some type of success and love and or this being real intimacy anyway. Yeah, it is. There could be somebody that needs some type of caregiver and or some type of support. Maybe you know someone that needs to go to like dialysis, or you know somebody that has cancer, or there's somebody that needs some type of physical support and maybe they could be going through some type of sad news right now. This could be related to their obligations, their work, and they think, okay, well, how can I lie to my partner about a situation? How can I be sneaky? It's like, okay, you wouldn't have expected that from them. Like, oh, damn. All right, let's see. What's T when it comes to Capricorn? Somebody could be avoiding some type of question and or accountability on purpose. They're doing this so that way they can get in your head. Somebody could be trying to have you question yourself and or change the subject because they already know that they've been carrying some type of resentment and going from relationship to relationship. And it seems like throughout this mask has slipped. You've been able to see it. There's something that's already been exposed. But maybe you feel like, okay, well, again, you don't care. That you're in some type of nonchalant type of energy. Because maybe you feel like there's something that's going to put you on a winning streak or something that's helped you win. So it's like, okay, well, sure, I'll let somebody continue to flirt with danger. Now, make sure this is not you flirting with danger when it comes to sending photos to somebody or talking to someone. Even if they look like, okay, well, this person could have some type of success to them. This person could have a fragile ego. And so it's like, okay, well, at the point that their mask slips, then it's like, okay, well, I don't really know how to answer the question or get something done. And then you may be in your head by it. Because it's like, okay, well, I don't know if I should have even gotten involved in this scenario or this person. So don't put somebody on the pedestal. This could be somebody that's actually a social climber, or you feel like somehow they'll help you when it comes to a scenario. It actually may hurt you. All right, let's see. What can you expect coming up in the next week? We'll get your 7-day reading done soon. Okay, expect some type of confidence. Know that you'll understand what kind of action to take. There also may be a situation that makes you disappointed. There could be some type of, either somebody said something very quickly. Yeah, or somebody didn't get something completely like they said that they would. You also could be disappointed because you feel like somebody isn't learning from some type of mistake, or they really isn't paving the way that they need to. Even though they have some type of clarity. It's like, okay, well, what's really going on here? But they could be really passionate about getting things to work or getting things to go the way that they need to. So you could be seeing the truth about someone. It's okay, well, let me just go ahead and move on. But overall, you do have some type of confidence to you. Yeah, because it's like, okay, well, now you know you can fully trust yourself, or you can immerse yourself in a situation that's balanced. There also could be a fire sign woman around. And maybe this person is disappointed in some type of message or communication because they didn't get some type of payment. They didn't get something to go their way. They have some type of clarity that they're in and out of something that's going to work when it comes to them creating something, or it's like, okay, well, I'm not really sure how this is going to play out. They may try to be balanced right now because they're trying to trust themselves and be confident, but they may have to move forward, or they may feel like some type of ship is sailed. What does this have to do with you? So somebody may be in some type of mental defeat, and this may be the communication that you're disappointed in. Somebody may say something to you, and or there may be something like, okay, well, why would they say this or feel some type of way? And it's okay, well, you're not sure if you can recover. This could be your mom, or this could be somebody that's around you. It's like, okay, well, damn. Even this could be a niece, a nephew. It's like, damn, okay, so who planted this thought, or who planted something? And say, well, you just kind of accept that maybe the people around your family is talking shit about you, or they supported something moving forward. You may hear something about your family, and that may disappoint you. All right, let's get y'all some confirmations and move on. What is this? Kanye West? Through the Wire? Somebody said that you was never going to make it or get something done. All right, something about an R&B playlist could be important. Go relax, or make sure you have time to relax. All right, you could be all about the Benjamins, all about the money, or something about that movie could be important. Make sure you restabilize your emotions when something happens, but you'll be able to make a final decision. You care, but it's just not this water sign, so you need to let them go, okay? Somebody could be a dog. You will be having some type of pleasure with a close friend. You may feel like you're backed into a corner when it comes to a decision, okay? You could be thinking about somebody that you block or that you need to block. Don't be late to some type of appointment. You could be car shopping and doing things on your own terms, or make sure you're reading the terms and conditions of a situation. Someone could be feeling tied down and or frustrated and popping up like, okay, well, where you been? They're verifying if you blocked them and or if they blocked you. This could be an Aries that's trying to pop back up. You had to move on so you don't get their karma, so continue to do so. You were always going to be okay. You just didn't know it, and or you're about to realize it. Even the points that you have settled times, plan to be okay. You could have some type of business and or be planning for one. Maybe you're doing some type of paperwork. Something about an account could be important. You could be applying for a job. Congratulations. Maybe you're applying for some type of loan. Money is coming if it comes to that. Something about a credit card could also be important. Maybe somebody needs to reorder a new card, like a new debit card or something like that. All right, let's move forward to Aquarius. I'm hearing One Wish by Ray J. Hopefully you're not putting on a front for a situation, Aquarius. And as soon as I said that, this is your own energy. You can either try to complicate a situation, you trying to have somebody else confused, and or you're going through a maze yourself. You feel like something is complicated. Maybe you're going to be taking a long way home when it comes to a situation in the next 23 days. There's something that you're deliberating on, and maybe you feel like you either have to figure this out quietly, or you have to detach yourself from something that you're passionate about. There also could be someone that you feel like it has you in your head. So, okay, well, this person has some type of passion and or energy to them, but you're not sure if this is going to bring some type of conflict if you go to the ending that you want to. So either yes, it will go to conflict, or it's going to go where you want it to go. Put yourself where you are. But make sure you know that there is somebody that's paying attention. Somebody's trying to look at something very carefully because they worry that you're going to explore them. It's like there could be a masculine. Let's say you're a masculine Aquarius. There could be another masculine. And this person's like, okay, well, I know that you're single or you're lonely or something is not really exhausted when it comes to you. And I'm paying attention to you because I'm worried that you're going to explore the person that I had a baby with, or you're going to explore somebody and y'all going to want to have a new beginning. And this is going to include some type of passion. And they don't want it to happen. So if somebody's paying attention to you, if you notice like, okay, well, why are they in my views, or why are they, this is why. You also could be confused about your home, and or if you're going to be able to do something alone, you will be able to get something to go your way. It seems like you will have a fresh start, but there could be some type of sudden thing that happens that make you very excited and you want to go out and explore. But you may be worried because you're like, okay, well, let me just double check and make sure that I can, and you can. So when it comes to somebody that you're wanting to approach, it started off initially as some type of drama. And now it seems like they have some type of family ties and or dynamic to where they're all able to eat at the same table or do something together. But one of them may have some type of double standards, and they're just trusting in the process as they go through it. It's like, okay, well, I'm unmasking the motives for the person that has a mind game, so I'm quietly content. So you may feel like somebody's playing both sides, and this is because they're not sure of their path and or what's next. Yeah, but this may be a new friend, or this may be somebody who's like, okay, well, you know, I'm just here to support you if you need, or whatever the case may be. And then you may go through some type of ego check, and you might go, okay, well, damn, somebody really does tell the truth no matter what. You're going to realize that somebody wasn't lying at all. So make sure you don't have some type of hidden agenda when it comes to telling someone else the partial truth, because maybe you still have an attachment to someone that you were once messing with, and you could be keeping things up for an appearance. Something about your beard could be important, and or the way that you look. Somebody could be very attracted to you if you're a masculine. Flip the roles if you're a feminine. All right, what else is going on for Aquarius? There also could be a fire sign that's around you, or a water sign. Maybe you know that these people are friends. Somebody don't really want to change. It's like somebody wanted to keep the same mentality, keep doing the same things that they did when they was in high school or in college. And maybe you feel like you're anticipating something else, or you're trying to move forward and make some type of decision. You're not really passionate about the same things that they are at one point in time. And so like you can still communicate, or things are still clear between y'all, so that way you can still uphold the relationship. Yeah, but it seems like you're going to end up doing something on your own, or end up moving, or there's something that's going to be different. And you may feel like they're a hater. They could secretly hate relationships because they saw the person that they dealt with. They feel like that person was in the streets. But they still low-key flirt with them as well. They could be moving forward towards some type of clear boundary, going towards the judge. But they haven't fully decided on this because they don't have a new perspective about this yet. And this could be just somebody that's a part of your world. And or it's like, okay, well, you talk to them a lot online, or you show them a lot of love online. Maybe they just send you memes. They send you funny things online. This could be a friend for sure. If you desire to be online and want to do something for yourself, go ahead and commit to this. Your partner, your lover may feel like this is toxic, or this is going to be something that gets a lot of people attention. But you should, because this is an investment. This is going to be something that pays off for you. They could be fixated on like, okay, well, I'm the person that has some type of money, or I'm the person that can do something for you. And they're going to end up trying to block you when it comes to it. So you may feel like they're in their ego, but you can see something clearly and or do something for yourself. All right. This even could be somebody that's like, oh, okay, well, I just want to showcase what I cook. I just want to draw. I just want to, there's something that you could be doing online. Okay, cool. We'll get to that in a second. What else is going on? Thank you. All right, if you're feeling guilty about some type of situation, figure out what you can learn from this situation and move forward. Set some type of goal and or target. Somebody could be feeling guilty because they feel like they got caught in a situation. This could be somebody that was like, oh, well, I was stealing from Target, or I was doing something stupid, and I could have learned or did something a different way, but I felt like I had some type of time. This was a test, and then I was like, okay, well, damn, I got to go back to doing something another way. This don't have to be somebody that you know that's stealing. This also could be somebody, it's like, okay, well, I'm guilty that I was trying to learn you so that way I could hit some type of goal or do something the other type of way. I was trying to test you and see if you was going to recognize something about me. But now it seems like, okay, you're just peacefully trying to do something for yourself or balance something out, and I just have to sit back and admire you. Somebody could have been trying to come towards you, and because you knew to dodge this person or dodge this bullet, it's like, okay, well, now you really can't just sit on your throne. You could be, again, connected to somebody that admires you, or you're connected to yourself, and you're going to be like, damn, okay, so I really do have some type of gift. But maybe there's something that you're still pouring into, so you're not really giving it the time that you need to. So allow yourself sometimes to rehabilitate yourself and or relax. And then you'll realize that every step counts when it comes to you doing something a particular way. There also could be someone around you that's sleeping a lot. Maybe they're are trying to figure out how they can get back to themselves and or how to support themselves through a situation when it comes to some type of love. They may need to test themselves and or put themselves up to a challenge when it comes to some type of goal. This could be as simple as making a bed every day. This could be somebody that's going through some type of depression. Going to the gym every day, even if it's just for 5 minutes. It doesn't have to be anything major, but just for them to kind of learn who they are and or get their spunk back. Okay, so maybe you're giving somebody advice soon. All right, anything else for Aquarius? If you've been communicating with someone recently, they may stop communicating. Yeah, it's only a matter of time when it comes to it. It's like, oh, okay, well, this was unexpected. You know, I could be immature. Just kind of handle some type of responsibility for the moment. And then I'm going to get back to what I was doing because they feel like they appreciated doing something by themselves or not really having an interaction when it comes to you. So just know that as well. They also could feel like there's some type of deadline. And so, okay, well, in order for something to happen the way I need to when it comes to my person, I need to remain disconnected from anything that's going to confuse me. So they're going to guard themselves when it comes to their heartstrings. They also could feel like you're unsatisfied regarding somebody that you were connected to, and you're low-key confused when it comes to some type of sexual desire. They're not sure if you take care of your kids or if you have kids, if you do so responsibly, especially if you have more than one. If you only have one child, your child could meet someone that's just like them. It's like, okay, well, they can just do things that's innocent. And maybe you think, okay, well, I'm not sure if this is going to bring a risk or how something's going to play off. Because you feel like, again, somebody walked away from a relationship and or submitting. Somebody could be submitting something. And say, okay, well, I don't want to end up dealing with someone and I have some type of regrets, or I'm trying to reconcile with someone and I regret ghosting them. Who is feeling? Okay, let's figure this out. Because I feel like this is a couple different storylines. All right, let's see. Somebody's in a relationship and they regret ghosting who? All right, you could be an Aquarius. It could be you that's in a relationship. And you could regret ghosting an earth sign, a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn, a Sagittarius, a Pisces, or a Gemini. You feel like something was a wish fulfillment, and or maybe you got your wishes satisfied. So, okay, well, I slept with this person. You know, somebody was empty or a little suffocating. This was right after a pregnancy or whatever. I gave them some type of support, or I did what I needed to do, and then I was just overindulging. And you feel like you got back to yourself. Or maybe now somehow you feel like you cheated yourself out of a friend or out of somebody that could have gave you some type of comfort. There was something about you, something about them that you didn't see, and now you're like, okay, well, damn, now I'm kind of stuck in the middle, because maybe they're going to look at you like you're toxic, and or they're going to be fixated on having some type of conversation. It's like, okay, well, yeah, even if they talk to you again, it's not about love, or it's not about being with you. It's talking about money, or it's talking about their strong foundation. Maybe you've done something that they're trying to do. It's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, you've been able to host something, or you've been able to do something. Yeah, I don't want to talk about love. No, I don't care about you coming to visit me. I don't really care about that. I care about, how can I explain my career, or how can I do something else, and then they're going to ghost you. So leave it alone. Let it go. Find a new boo. That's what this is. All right, what else is going on for Aquarius? Dang, I forgot the second one, and I already picked it up. Oh, well. All right, so, again, leave something alone. It just is what it is. So there could be some type of signs that's coming towards you that you either have to accept something, and or maybe somebody around you that's past is trying to send you some type of signs. And so, okay, well, you can accept something, and or you can have some type of intentions when it comes to something that you admire, something that you want to do. Somebody's trying to get your attention, but maybe you feel like you're wrapped up in some type of facade. So that's something that's triggering you. And this could be either you feeling safe, you having some type of family dynamic, and or do you feel like the family that you have is secretly closed off. You could feel like you're the black sheep of your family. You also could feel like there's somebody around you, and although they have some type of self-love, they give you some type of facade that they admire you, and this could be triggering you. Somebody could be like, oh yeah, you're my person, you're the best thing since sliced bread. And then at the point that they're triggered, then it seems like they're going to go and people please to someone else. It seems like they have some type of hidden motives and or weird behaviors. This could be another air sign. Or they could feel like this about you, Aquarius. Okay, so make sure you're giving yourself some type of love no matter who you attach to. All right, what can you expect? Good morning. Yes, it's been done already. Okay, so you can expect some type of unity. Something about a Cancer could be important, or that Drake song. You could expect some type of combination, some type of collaboration to happen. And this honestly may happen on accident. Or somebody may do something. It's like, oh, they accidentally spilled something on your clothes. And then they become your best friend. It's like, oh, damn. Okay. And you're like, okay, well, I'm scared about how this is going to make me look or how something's going to go. And then it actually goes very well. If you decide to put yourself in some type of illusion, if you know that somebody's being a clown towards you, they're trying to dress something up, they're trying to act like they're your friend or whatever, and you go along with this, you're going to end up in some type of accident. They're going to end up hurting you. And it's like, okay, well, damn, I don't know if I can continue to build on this or if I should change my ideas. There's going to be something about your support that's going to be uncertain. And or it's like somebody's trying to gaslight you. It's like, oh, you should do this more. They're trying to change you out of something that you're doing. So no, when it comes to, I'm telling you, a failure. So don't force a situation with anybody, even if they're trying to be your friend. All right, last message for Aquarius. You're welcome. We started with Scorpio. We're on Aquarius. Okay, so there's going to be some type of decision that's made and or a decision that you need to make. Somebody could be going in front of the court. And hopefully this is just, like, okay, well, we're just deciding to end a situation where he's deciding to get you off of probation. We're deciding to let something go. Maybe somebody's getting their kids back. Maybe you know somebody that lost their kids. And it's like, okay, well, great. I just want to make sure I can present a gift to my kids or whatever the case may be. So let me make sure I have everything ready. You also could be deciding something or discussing something when it comes to someone that passed in your life. And maybe so there's a financial advisor or there's somebody around you that wants to talk to us how you can either balance something out or what's next when it comes to it. This could be like looking at a will or getting some type of insurance claim or something like that. You also could be deciding to end a situation. Maybe there was some type of affair. There was some type of destruction. It's okay, well, I don't want to be a part of this anymore. Now you're reflecting on it and you're realizing, like, okay, there is a lot of red flags when it comes to courting this person or being out with this person. Let me balance this out. You can be locking the key to anything that you want or how you can manifest the next step by letting something go that you know that you shouldn't be a part of. All right, Aquarius, let's wrap this up. I know what you did is what's playing. All right, call out some type of bullshit or somebody's going to call out some type of bullshit that you did. Something about your leg could be important. You could be stepping into some new experience, stepping on a Lego, stepping on something that's like, oh, what is that? Maybe you're just shaving your legs. I don't know. Someone with the initial M could be important, first, middle, or last. They could feel like there's some type of work complications and there's a lot on their shoulders right now, but they can relax. Something's going to actually help them level up if they live in the moment. You can be using sex toys, going to a sex store and or masturbating to somebody. I don't know. There's a disaster that's waiting to happen regarding your neighbors. Okay, someone died without a will or insurance, or maybe this is why you're talking to the courts. You're trying to figure out how to get something paid. My condolences if you lost someone. The initial Y could be important, first, middle, or last. This person could be a Pisces and or Two-Face. This could be somebody that you went to high school with. So get your head in the game when it comes to this situation. Buy something for yourself and enjoy it when you do. Okay. There could be places around you that's closing. It's like, damn, why are all these restaurants closing? Why are these stores closing? Or there could be something that you're questioning. All right, who's out there, Aquarius? Pisces, happy birthday, Pisces. Hopefully y'all are enjoying y'all season. Maybe somebody's single, so okay, well, we're either getting a divorce or there's something that I don't really want to commit to anymore. Maybe there's something that's going on with a building or something that you've been able to handle or adjust so far. It seems like you're going to have some type of fresh start. You have some type of entrepreneurship to you and or just some type of new perspective. So you're getting up to like, okay, well, I'm free of these type of responsibilities. I have the choices without feeling some type of restriction. You feel good. You feel creative. You're able to pour into yourself. You can have some type of material comfort and or something that's developing that's going to provide material comfort. There could be a good relationship between you and your parents or you and your child. So everything kind of feels really good right now where you're able to rest. There could be some type of personal battle that you're bringing to an end, especially mentally, and you're trusting yourself as you do so. There's going to be a new start to your creativity and or your friendships, the people that have conversations around you, and you're going to trust yourself that you were going through some type of phase. Something was a battle, not a war. Yeah. And so you're gonna be like, okay, well, now I can commit to being confident and decisive. I can make sure that I'm practical, that I can do something a certain type of way. There also could be some type of commitment that you have with a fire sign feminine. Who am I talking to? Pisces. And maybe something needs to end. This is a relationship, this is a routine, or there's something about, it's like, okay, well, somebody could be losing their job. There could be something that's changing. And somebody needs your social approval for whatever reason. So they may be coming towards you and talking to you. It's okay, well, let's just figure out how we can just go do something that makes me feel spontaneous or whatever. I just need to kind of relax and figure out how I can trust myself when it comes to some type of outcome. Somebody could be wanting your help and or vice versa. There could be some type of end to a marriage for sure. And somebody's like, okay, well, I want to have a conversation to figure out how I can grow something by myself and or do something for myself. There can be some type of conflict at a resort, at a hotel, or something like that. Even if this is like, oh, somebody charged my card too much, and now something's a burden, or maybe it was a burden to get to the hotel. There could be some type of burden when it comes to a hotel or traveling. And somebody's like, okay, well, let's have a conversation to figure out how we can have some type of freedom from this and still have some type of security. But they already know a system is going to say no, or something that's just is absolutely not. So be careful traveling with someone. You may feel like it's a lot for you to concentrate, but you're determined to overcome this and or get it done. You may be cautious right now when it comes to the things that you say and or how you express yourself because you want to develop. You don't want to make sure that you're just not doing something or saying something random or recklessly. So it's like you're trying to make sure you sit back and think about something. This is a good time for you to focus on your diet and on your exercise. Overall, it seems like the money, the success, the projects is here. And so this will help you invest in yourself. Maybe you're going to become more fashionable, more fit, more healthy. And again, this is going to help you support yourself and other people. And there's some type of opportunity that was presented to you and then it got rejected, or it's like, okay, well, it's not worth it. It's not going the way that you need to. A system may be conflicted about some type of resource, or there could be something that's going on. And they're feeling the burden of this. It's like, okay, well, a lot of people are calling customer service. A lot of people are going through some type of issue. And this somehow may create a new start for you. So just kind of relax, even if you feel like something is not worth it at the moment. Know that you can be confident about some type of decision and you'll take the right step. There's also someone around you. This person could be very self-involved. They embrace new ideas, new trends, but they don't really follow through with it. They make rash decisions. They may know that you are very confident and or decisive in yourself, but they feel like there's something that's going on in your life that's a constant battle or in theirs. And they're trying to get out of some type of anxiety. They're trying to plan ahead because they feel like they have to move forward through some type of divorce and or separation. They may come towards you like, okay, well, let me give you a gift, or let me show you that I have some type of money, or I can help you when it comes to something that you're resisting. Somebody's going to try to put money in your face. Yeah, so that way you're confused about their structure, their feelings, and or they can cloud your judgment. So be careful, because anything that's risky between y'all is going to fail. There could be some type of unexplainable event. Maybe somebody, you could be a reader and or you know someone who is. And there could be somebody that's like, okay, well, I was collaborating with something, or I was working with something or someone, and there was some type of message that came out. And somebody feels like, okay, well, I'm just going to plan for a new venture or something to happen because they're not sure how it's going to pay out as of now. And then it plays out. And somebody's like, okay, well, dang, now I can reconcile when it comes to a situation for myself. But there could be an Aries or somebody around them that's ignorant, that's watching them and wants to feel like, okay, well, this means that more trouble's on the way. So somebody could actually be getting some type of good news, but they feel a little dissatisfied because maybe somebody in their family don't support them or try to make them feel a certain type of way. This could be you if you're the reader. All right, what else is going on for Pisces? Again, you could be traveling. Maybe this hasn't happened yet or you're not expecting it. But know that things will work out while you're on it. And there just may be something, again, that just kind of limits your freedom. It's like, damn, I didn't tell my car company. And so now they restricted my car. There's some type of restriction that happens. But you're still able to kind of live in the moment. There could be an Aquarius, an Aries, a Libra. Heavy on the Aquarius, a Gemini around. And maybe this person is going through a toxic situation. They're not expressing the fact that they have unresolved issues or what they're holding together at this point in time. They feel like, okay, well, I have the stamina, I have some type of talent, and I can make sure that I'm confident so that way my wishes get fulfilled. They could be being quiet about something moving or some type of travel or how something is taken off. So that way they can camouflage themselves into a situation. So this may surprise you because you're like, okay, well, damn, I thought somebody truly knew something, or you thought somebody was able to sort a situation out based off of their pride and ego, and you're realizing that they can't. Again, this is an Aries, a Sagittarius, an Aquarius, a Sagittarius, an Aquarius, a Taurus, a Libra, a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Pisces, an Aquarius, an Aries, a Libra, an Aquarius, and Aries. All right, what else is going on for y'all? If your birthday hasn't happened yet, something's going to happen in divine timing, or you're going to realize that something is perfect timing. You're going to realize, oh, damn, I'm actually protected when it comes to a situation. Maybe you're anxious about a situation or something particular. Something about a piano. Somebody definitely could be into astrology and or into art. Something creative. And maybe it's like, okay, well, I can't sleep because maybe you're either working all the time or you're trying to figure out what's the perfect time to do something, or you're daydreaming about how something is going to accomplish and you do something for yourself. Somebody definitely could be a reader. If you've been thinking about this, maybe you should try it and do something your own way and to see how things kind of pan out in the time. Maybe it's okay, maybe you're worried about if you should work in the middle of the night or if you're going to create some type of relationship somehow, some way. So how can I get something to go my favor, or how can I work with other readers, or maybe there's something that you're trying, there's some type of dream you want to do. Okay, just let it play out the way it needs to. Give it time. All right, shout out to y'all. I like interacting with other readers. What else is going on? So there's going to be a situation that happens and you need to think best case scenario. Okay, recognize that miracles and signs can happen for you too, and this is going to increase you having some type of strength and or you being able to get rid of old things. It's okay at the point that I need to disconnect from something, I'll observe the illusion, I'll figure out why and do so, because you know that it's going to work in your favor. You could be seeing 1111. There could be some type of warning about you trying to do something too quickly. So it's like, okay, well, yes, have some type of faith, have some type of passion, but just make sure that you are taking some type of break as well, because you could be sacrificing yourself or people that's around you. Okay? So don't get too indulged in some type of process that you don't need to. Let's see. What else is going on for Pisces? Thank you for responding. There could be a Leo that's around. Somebody could be pregnant, or somebody could be getting pregnant in Leo season. Congratulations. Someone's going to get the last laugh. This could be you or someone else, but there could be a call or a text that's coming in that's annoying you. Okay, and how you react to this will be your karma. Something about your medical file, you going to an appointment, or a medical assistant, you being in the healthcare field could be important. You have different love options and or different work options. You need to stop focusing on that one particular. Somebody was almost in an accident, so good job for getting out of it. Someone also could be hiding some type of disorder, some type of mental, physical, and or emotional disorder. This could be somebody that's in some type of courtyard, or they're thinking about some type of activity that happened in the courtyard. You definitely could be traveling soon, okay? And maybe you don't feel like doing any type of small task at this point in time. It's like, okay, well, I'll procrastinate, or I can do it later. There could be somebody that's telling you that they're official, or they can do something for you, but they can't even interpret their own feelings. So make sure you get away from this person, especially if they drink and or smoke. They could be charming and or send some type of text messages towards towards you, and they like, okay, well, I just want to make sure that I can fuck you regularly, or they want to make sure that you can fuck them. They are single, but they aren't serious. But it's okay to be cordial if you choose to. Again, focus on God's plan. There is a Scorpio that is around you. Okay, the initial D could be important, or somebody wants to give you the D. But this could lead to a period of frustration depending on who this is. Don't be on eggshells around someone particular. This could be a new connection. Be yourself, and you just kind of see how things go. You may even make a request to them, and then you'll see if they're doing something for a reaction or if they're not. You'll automatically shut down at the point that, again, you identify that they are. There could be a neighbor that's having some type of issues in love, or they're having issues in general. Maybe there's a neighbor that wants to figure out if you're in love. There could be some type of fake friends that's coming to reveal themselves. So let them do just that. All right, let's move on. Aries. Let's start with what's T, Aries. Hey, come on in, Aries. So you could be trying to figure out what's good to you, what looks good, what feels good. You could be going to some type of candy store, even if this is not like actual candy. It's like, oh, okay, well, I'm gonna go to the smoke shop. I'm gonna go to, there's some type of particular store that you like to go to, or where you can pick out what you want. And maybe you feel like, okay, well, I just refuse to work right now, or there's something that's happening at the bare minimum, and you feel like, okay, well, how can I get out of some type of trapped feeling? There could also be somebody around you, and they could feel like you take things for granted, or you could feel like this about them, and maybe you're worried about a jealous ex and how they're going through something that's tragic. You feel like they're going through some type of accusations that are true, and somehow you want to blame them as well. There's some type of drama here, Aries. Okay, what's up with the lazy lover? If you're sleeping with someone, it's like, okay, well, at least I'm able to go to sleep or get something. It's like a, you know, we're not really sure how it's going to play out, but might as well. Y'all keep certain things separate. So it's like a routine. It's not necessarily anything that's going to be full of passion. Somebody's not speaking up about something that they're blaming you for, and or how you responded to a situation. Maybe they wanted you to protect them and or help them when it comes to something. And you feel like, okay, well, I'm just in my era, or I'm just trying to focus on my finances or something else. And so, okay, we can walk a tightrope, or we can sacrifice something as of now. We can let it go. And then just like, you know what, I ought to. Somebody could be really annoyed at you, and or vice versa. Okay. There also could be some type of social media shade that's happening. Who is this happening with? Who's shading you online, Aries? Indirect or directly. Somebody could be shading you. This could be a Cancer, an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. Maybe even a Virgo. Somebody feels like you don't contemplate certain things directly, and or you're not as centered as you come off to be. They feel like you could have some type of emergency or something that's going on, and instead of you communicating this when you're uncertain, you completely shut off your emotions. They feel like you have some type of achievement, you have some type of success and or recognition, but at the same time, there's something that you're not affectionate about when it comes to family and or just how things could be passionate. Somebody can feel like you focus on the wrong things. There also could be somebody around you that feels like they're going through some type of unpleasant feeling with their body. This could be a Leo, a Cancer, an Aquarius, or a Virgo. There's something that they need to communicate with, and then they will have some type of options to get out of it. But it seems like it's unlikely for them to do so because they have a perspective on a person and or a situation. And they feel like, okay, well, somebody else don't really have any kind of challenges. And so now let me see if I can make this unicorns and rainbows. And maybe you don't see that this person really don't have any kind of tension and or sudden strain. And so it's like, okay, well, they're able to be playful and do the things that they want to. But maybe at the same time, you feel like you want some type of bragging rights, or you want to talk about a situation that you feel like could lead to some type of gamble and or risk if they work in sync with this person. So you may continue to say something that's going to make them either endure a situation and or maybe close you off for whatever reason. And say, okay, well, I'm going to stop asking you and or talking to you about a situation. Somebody don't want your opinion anymore. Okay. What else is going on for Aries? Somebody may slip and fall. Somebody may be tripping. Hopefully anybody hitting their head. Okay, you could be around a Scorpio. And this could be the person that you're sleeping with and or another fire sign. Maybe you feel like somebody is kind of thrown off right now. There's some type of needs, either financial, physical. There's some type of loss of home, loss of their job. Or there's something that they feel like they're losing. They have some type of money on a reserve, or they have some type of cash. Like, even if their bank accounts is negative, they have something to themselves, but they feel like they're still unhappy, or something that's just unsatisfied. There's some type of problem that still won't get resolved. They can feel like you're self-centered, and or you're causing some type of serious injury or a serious battle. They can feel like you're in some type of shame or karma, but you just want to dominate them and or the environment. They can feel like you're attached to someone else, whether masculine or feminine, that you're trying to preserve. They're like, oh, they wish that you knew that you shouldn't trust this person, even though they're overly opinionated, or they can change their moods from time to time. But they feel like you're fixated on being patient with them and or doing something for them. And this is causing them and y'all to be thrown off as a unit. Somebody also don't want to change when it comes to them overindulging. They feel like, okay, well, yes, I have a lack of structure, or yes, I'm a bad, parent, especially if they're a masculine. But at the same time, they feel like there is some type of competition and or a battle, and they don't want to be seen as the loser. They can be around two different people, and both of these people are destructive. They can need to be patient right now, but it seems like they're trying to focus on other factors. They're not worried about the importance right now. And maybe you're thinking about, okay, well, maybe something is just a misunderstanding, or we can have a conversation, but you're going to be confused once you see how much or how willing somebody is to make something work. How much have they been providing, and or why they don't have something for themselves. You could be collaborating with someone, working with someone, and you're wishing for something, wishing for them to do something and or pay attention. This could be the same person, but there could be something that happens unexplainably. It's like, okay, well, if you already separated from them, or if you already did something particular, then why is this message coming through? Or why is something coming through that making it seem like you're fixated on something or someone else? You could be asking somebody why. Yeah, there's some type of email communication. There's some type of letter that's coming in, and maybe you're starting to trust your instincts when it comes to it. There could be a situation that you feel like it's more than what someone is making it seem. They could be fixated on someone and they feel like, okay, well, I just want you to feel like this person that I'm talking to or beside me is overly opinionated, that this person is selfish and destructive, and they make me do certain things. This is what they want your attention on. And then as you be patient, it's like, okay, well, hold on, let me just look at something a different way. This could definitely be somebody in your family or somebody that you're friends with. And say, okay, well, we can have a conversation about you purchasing a home, or we can have a conversation about jobs or whatever. But when it comes to you reconciling or doing something that you know that you're supposed to be doing, why does it always seem like there's some type of conflict to have this conversation? Somebody's closed off to new ideas. They prefer to stay exactly where they are. Even when it relates to their child or somebody around them, they don't really want to do anything better. And this could be out of anger, revenge, or just the way that they make decisions. They don't really have any energy to fix this. They don't really want to. So maybe you're truly seeing this about someone. It's like, okay, well, you could have been got yourself out of a hole. You could have been done something. It's like they're not doing so. Maybe just a different perspectives as well. All right, what else is going on for Aries? What can you expect by your birthday? When is your birthday? In March? Okay, there's going to be some type of lies that's exposed, and you're going to be drifting apart from whoever this is. All right, who's a liar? Somebody could be lying and saying that they were drifting apart from somebody and they wasn't. This could be a Virgo, a Scorpio. Heavy on the Virgo, a Gemini, Aquarius, a Pisces, a Capricorn. Okay, somebody feels like, okay, well, yes, I do. Initially, I was, because I was uncertain about how something was going to go. But now I feel like I'm on some type of money, or I have some type of success when it comes to a relationship and how things are going. I just want to get something at least a year, so that way I can have a contract, or I can get out of some type of contract. They're trying to wait for a certain amount of time before something happens. And you're going to be like, okay, well, damn, why didn't you tell me something particular? You're going to have some type of desire to know why somebody did something subliminally, or why somebody's been doing something particularly. All right, before your birthday, there's also going to be something that you're going to realize is actually not complicated at all. You just had to go through some type of temporary distance, or you have to figure out how to reconnect the situation and just put it off on the back burner for now. There's something that you may not trust, but just know that, again, you can just ignore it. There's some type of temporary distance from either yourself or something that you've been doing. Somebody could be on the camera or behind the camera. Maybe somebody's a photographer. Somebody goes to weddings and they so maybe somebody's going to start doing this. Somebody could be into music. Somebody could wear hats a lot, like beanies. Something on their head. Maybe you were playing both sides when it comes to a person, and then you end up giving them the cold shoulder. You can still be keeping tabs on this person. You could be worried about what they're saying, because there could be some type of breaking news about some type of person that you're dealing with and their attachment issues. But at the same time, you're holding back because you feel like, okay, well, you really don't want to say any and everything at this point in time. You feel like there's some type of mind game that's going on and you want to play along with it. I don't know, Aries. We might think about your energy right today. All right, let's see. Let's get these over here. What's going on for Aries? So you could be worried about what somebody else is saying. You could either be overhearing a conversation, or you could be waiting for some type of details from someone to come tell you directly. There also could be some type of letter, some type of paperwork, and somebody's holding it close to their chest. They're not telling you what's going on, but they come back around. You're like, okay, yeah, everything is all good. I just have some type of faith of how something's going to play out. It's like, okay, well, if somebody says something got completed, you're having faith that they're not lying to you about it until they realize that they made some type of bad investment or they don't have some type of money. Then you're going to realize that somebody's immature. If you have a relationship right now and you feel like something is just not going the way that you want, it's underachieving, or somebody lacks planning, or something was just a bad investment, you can still heal. But you need to go ahead and completely walk away from this. You don't need to have somebody curious and or in the back burner waiting for you to be consistent and or responsible. Don't tell somebody that they can work on something slow and steady if you're ready to wrap this up. Go ahead and wrap it up. Because the more that you're consistent and the more that you do something for yourself, this is when the recognition or the achievement comes for yourself. You'll reevaluate why you were holding on. All right, let's get about your energy. Somebody could be buying lingerie soon or buying something for somebody else. Maybe you're looking at your debit card. You're looking at your statement. Somebody could be apologizing to you. Let's see. Who's apologizing? Aquarius. Oh, I almost called you an Aquarius. It could be an Aquarius. Who's apologizing? Aries. All right. This could be a Pisces, a Cancer, a Capricorn, an Aries, a Leo. So either you're apologizing to them or they're apologizing to you. You may realize that somebody isn't as shady. Then maybe they just need to get out the house and be more social. Something about peppermint can be important, whether this is like you eating a peppermint, you eating some type of gum, or somebody uses Dr. Bronner, somebody's deep cleaning their house. Something about peppermint could be important. You could be an 80s or 90s baby or know someone who is. You or their timing is off when it comes to a situation. Something could be happening by Taurus season, or you're around a Taurus. Whatever somebody's keeping from you, they're going to lose it anyway. And this could be another earth sign, not the one that you're thinking about. But overall, it seems like you need to hydrate yourself and focus on making sure you're healthy. Somebody could be worried about the price of fame. I don't know. I don't know nothing about that. But... all right, let's move on. Somebody could be missing you. Taurus. Somebody could be missing you. Maybe there was some type of public exposure about how somebody has some type of unspoken desires, or they were a bad influence. There was some type of rumors that's coming out or that has came out. Something in private is going to be pushed out to, yeah, it is. And this is going to be shocking to figure out some type of love triangle and or how some type of boundary was pushed. How something was unnecessary. Okay, let's figure out what's going on here. What's up with this public exposure? Okay, somebody tried to conquer another person. They could have tried to take over or make someone feel like they had to make a certain decision. This could be a Libra, a Scorpio, a Cancer, Scorpio, a Pisces, a Capricorn, or that's the victim. And maybe they needed some type of protection. They could have known something wasn't really going to transform or go the way that they need to. And so they feel like, okay, well, I'll work on fixing something and or making some type of adjustment so that way I'm still able to hold something together. But there could be an Aries, a Taurus. This could be you, Taurus, a Gemini around. And so, okay, well, I was going to get something a certain amount of time, but now something is so see if something was going to change and it's not. And now something is happening soon regarding a baby. And or a new start, a new relationship. And it's like, okay, well, I don't really have affection and or some type of love for a situation that I'm in now. Even though there's not really any type of challenge, it's a lot of stamina to keep this up and pretend. Somebody's been pretending. And now this is going to bring out some type of public exposure. All right, this could be involving either the person that's being exposed or the person that's exposing them, whatever the case, the victim, whoever. This is an Aries, a Cancer, a Leo, a Sagittarius, a Capricorn, a Taurus, heavy on the Taurus, an Aries, a Cancer, a Libra, heavy on the Capricorn, an Aquarius, a Gemini, a Taurus, an Aries, heavy on the Libra, a Scorpio, a Cancer, Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Capricorn. All right, what's the shocking discovery that's happening when it comes to this exposure for Taurus? Something that was settled, something that was ended was just based off a resource. So it's like, okay, well, somebody's putting on the front. Somebody's not really going through a divorce. They just need some type of money, or they just need to separate their money. Then somebody is putting on a show, and it's going to be shocking to discover what happened. Somebody also could feel like, okay, well, something ended, and now I have some type of relief. It's like somebody that went through some type of, let's say someone passed in their life, right? And it's like, okay, well, I got some type of relief because I got finances, I got some type of leverage, I got some type of insurance money, and now they may either having passion with somebody else very quickly, and or this is actually going to increase some type of issue once it comes out. It's like, damn, so you were only doing this for the money? You were only secluded, or, you know, something was a lie. All right, who's a part of this love triangle for Taurus? All right, Taurus, you could be a part of it. Be honest with yourself. This could be an Aries, a Capricorn, a Virgo, a Scorpio, a Leo. And somebody may feel like, okay, well, I'm trying to de-escalate a situation. I'm trying to make sure that this type of peace offering because I feel suppressed right now. Maybe they feel incapacitated, or they feel like they need to apply some type of force without being super aggressive. So that way they can be brilliant. They can come off as pure. But there's a situation that's happening now, and they're not really sure how something's going to go. They're not sure what their options are. But at the same time, they feel like, okay, well, I'm just going to go with it. I can't really resist it. They're going to kind of keep things moving as if everything was a wish granted until they run into some type of humiliation. Okay? So this could be an Aries, a Pisces, an Aquarius, a Leo, an Aries, a Virgo, a Scorpio, an Aries. Somebody's going to keep playing the field or keep doing what they're doing. And they could be pushing their own boundaries. There could be a Pisces around that's pushing your boundaries. And maybe this is someone, or a Libra. This could be somebody that you feel like, okay, well, this is someone that I can seduce, or we have some type of long-term relationship with. Who am I talking to? Taurus. So this person feels like, okay, well, I can satisfy you. We can make sure that we do all the right things, or the things that feel good to us both. So that way we both can have some type of determination to push forward. But then within the next 9 to 12 months, it feels like somebody's going to come to terms. So like, yeah, I just regret doing something, or I just want to cause some type of truth to a situation. They want to leave something behind, something that's not going to work. So somebody's pushing the boundaries and trying to make something fit and or work now, and they're going to eventually give up. If not now, then within the year. All right, what else is going on for Taurus? There could be some type of poly relationship that's out here. Maybe that's going to get exposed as well. Somebody may be secretly laughing, the third party or whatever. It's like, okay, well, I'm laughing at how this got exposed because I was in my head anyway, or I wasn't sleeping, or something wasn't fair. You may have some type of new beginning and or some type of fresh perspective, a new start. And this is going to make you feel like, okay, well, I can make decisions while I'm emotionally balanced. But you may be in your head because there's some type of, again, some type of separation, and or maybe you feel a little lonely from time to time. It's like, okay, well, when I can't sleep, or whenever I can't do something, or when it's late at night, you feel like there's nobody around. But something has to be clear because you spoke up and you said something, or you did something in confidence. And so it's like, okay, well, I just got to hold back and I got to stand 10 toes down on what I said and or what I did. There also could be a new start. There could be a water sign masculine that's around you. And this is going to be somebody that you don't have to reconcile with. They could have separated from a fire sign. It's like, okay, ever since then, they've been holding on to themselves and or holding back. Somebody could be really smart. Either they went to school and they graduated. They could have kids, adult kids that's in college, or something about school could be important. Maybe somebody's a teacher. But it's going to be clear that somebody has some type of anxiety about some type of betrayal, and or if this was to come out, what would happen. So it's like, okay, well, I do still want to have a conversation with you, but I'm going to have to end the way we implement something or work together. So that way I don't feel a burden. If somebody wants your attention, but they want it to be hidden. They're scared of it being known to the public for whatever reason. All right, last message for Pisces. This is not Pisces, Taurus. Something about a Pisces could truly be important. And maybe somebody seems like they're well rested or they're trying to rest, but it seems like they're prepared to have some type of truth or say something, or it's like they're prepared for some type of heartbreak for whatever reason. It's like, let me make sure I can defend myself, or maybe they're heartbroken because now they see the truth that somebody was trying to hurt them, and they're not sure what to do when it comes to next or the next situation and how to get something completed. But what they don't see is there's an earth sign. This person could be online that's passionate about some type of clear truth and or clear boundary. They could just be in their head at this point in time about how something's going to grow. All of a sudden, there's some type of sadness and or some type of regret that they didn't communicate and or move forward when it comes to some type of situation. And they feel like, okay, well, I can release something or I can just get out of it. But somehow this already affects their confidence because there's a Virgo around. And it feels like, okay, well, I can be a wish fulfillment when it comes to something that you're trying to do. But there's a fire sign around in their family. What does this have to do with you that wants them to separate? I don't know. I don't know, Pisces. Somehow, I don't know. Let's get about your energy. Good luck with that. All right. So you could be seeking out some type of information that will help you, and or you will be finding something. Something about a vine and or a short TikTok could be important. Somebody around you lacks some type of courage, okay? You want them to hate the new person, but they don't, so you need to let it go. You want who to hate the new person? Let's see. Who do you want to hate the new person? All right. You could want a Scorpio, a Virgo. Somebody that you feel like is a trickster. Anybody else? Heavy on the Virgo? A Pisces. You want them to resist somebody. And maybe the person that they are intertwining with, they feel like, okay, well, somebody has some type of upcoming event or they're able to get something together. They're healing a situation. And so this person is kind of just sitting back and thinking, it's like, okay, well, is this long term or is this short term? They're trying to figure something out. But they could be giving you some type of assumptions, or they were giving a fire sign some type of assumptions. That their heads was in a cloud based off of their help and or the situation. It's like, okay, well, I'm not really around this person based off of love, and they are. Okay, let's move forward. Somebody could want some type of revenge and or some type of revenge plot. There also could be a situation like this that's happening. Hold on. So be careful when it comes to that. Let's see who's involved in this. We ain't gonna get too deep in that. Who's the person that's trying to hurt the other person? Taurus, you out here. There could be a Capricorn, a Taurus, a Virgo, a Leo, a Libra. And they're going to be in some type of regret about this decision. Heavy on the Virgo or a Taurus. Who are they trying to hurt? All right, they could be trying to hurt a Pisces. Heavy on the Pisces. A Capricorn, a Leo, or a Cancer. They feel like, okay, well, there's some type of disagreement and or there's some type of distrust between us. So now I feel pessimistic. Now I feel like I can't rely on this person and or work with this person. They're feeling like they don't have any type of motivation. And so now they want to withdraw. But as they want to withdraw, instead of going through it the way that they need to and just walking away, they want to escape. It's like, okay, well, there's some type of, oh, well, if I can't have you, nobody can kind of situation. And this leads to some type of conflict. So be careful with the person that you're dealing with. And or it's like, okay, well, I just need to let something go. You could be needing an original document and or a signature. It's like you got to call the IRS. You got to call somebody particular to get something official. And or maybe you need a notary or somebody to stamp something for you. You could be someone that works all night. Something about packages could be important. I don't know if you deliver packages or you just work in a truck. All right. It's not about them. It's about you. So decide for yourself when it comes to it. All right. Let's move on. Gemini. All right, Gemini, somebody could have been lying to you. Okay, this could have been a Taurus, a Sagittarius, a Pisces, a Cancer, a Scorpio, a Capricorn, or a Virgo. And you could be confronting somebody that wasn't even supposed to be in there. Somebody could be a business owner, but at the same time, they feel like, okay, well, there's a situation that I need to heal regarding their bloodline, regarding their family. They still want to be seen a certain type of way, but maybe they actually need to take several seats. Somebody could be secretly passive aggressive. They keep getting it in a situation that's recurring, or they want you in some type of cycle that's recurring. Maybe you need to focus on your kids right now. Maybe your kids would like to be in water, and this helps them meditate and or relax. Maybe you have a water sign child. Okay, so you could have some type of business. You could have something that's for yourself. Who is this? Gemini? And or there's something about your business. You get dressed up for work, or something that's very serious about what you do for work. There could be some type of new doors that's open for you. There could be some type of unexpected event. But be careful, or something that you're hosting or something that you're doing, because there could be somebody else that pops up and they just want to see if you're going to continue to say that or do the same things that make people feel like a victim of their own situation. I don't know what that's about. And then maybe somebody in your family, whether this is a niece, a nephew, or this could be your own child, they may end up spiraling when it comes to a situation. They could be overthinking a situation and end up, like, I'm not saying crashing out, but it's like, okay, well, they need some type of help and or support. This definitely could be a niece if you have a brother, a nephew. Maybe it's like, okay, well, they're just going through their cycle for the first time, or they're going through something. It's like, okay, well, this is going to reoccur. Well, let me see if I can help this person relax when it comes to a situation. Yeah, you may give them some type of energy. There could be your ex that's around as well. And maybe this person is going to want to pop up to you and talk to you about a situation. And or they're like, oh, okay, well, I ran into your brother, or they talk to someone in your family. Maybe they want some type of answers, or they feel like something is just not going the way that it needs to. Something about their dreams or their house could be important. It's like, okay, well, I said that I was going to mind my business, but something hasn't been redirected, or something hasn't been done the way it needs to. And they feel like they need a new start, or they need something that's going to help them grow. Something about your ex could be important, your child's father, your child's mother. There also could be someone around you that didn't necessarily redirect you. They just kind of let you go. This could be a Capricorn, a Scorpio, or Sagittarius. Maybe it's like you went towards them and it's like, okay, well, I'm not finna rush into a situation when it comes to you. They had some type of knowledge that something would be a curse, or something would go the opposite way of what they needed to. So they trusted their own answers. There could be a brother that's around, whether yours or theirs. And they feel like, okay, well, when this person is around my kid, or when this person is around someone that's younger than them, then they don't have to be super aggressive when it comes to what they're trying to do or how to get them to do something type of way. I don't know what this has to do with you. They can still be around their ex, and they feel like this person has some type of energy to where they can help them marinate and or sit down. And so they feel like, okay, well, this is just a season that I'm going through some type of spiral. And even though I'm attracted to you, they feel like there's somebody that's just unwilling to change. Or there's somebody in their bloodline that they feel like, okay, well, you're not going to be able to adapt to them. Or there's something that's going to... It's like they have a kid with a disability, and they're like, okay, well, I don't really trust anybody new around my kid yet. Well, I don't really trust, so I'd rather continue to deal with my baby father, baby mom. Even though this is a contract that they know that needs to end. There could be some type of unexpected event where y'all end up seeing each other together again eventually. And it's like, okay, well, maybe we just align because we keep running into each other. We keep doing something. And although I feel like this would make me a victim or do something, this actually may heal a situation. They may try it eventually. But at the point that they feel like they're not happy, they're going to walk away. Okay, so you may be back and forth with somebody. It's okay, well, fuck it, why not? There could be some type of payment that's coming from someone. Somebody could be paying into something. It's okay, well, I'm a suite owner. I need to pay for my suite. I'm a business owner. It's tax time. There's something that you have to pay into. And so, okay, well, let me see if I can collaborate with the government, with the program, or whoever this is, to make a small payment or to do things in portions. It's like, dang, I didn't think I made that much money. I got to pay that much money, or something like that could be happening. This definitely could be related to your finances. You can feel isolated whenever you're going through some type of conflict, and this could put you in your head. It's like nobody knows and or can feel what you're going through besides you, or this is just what you think. Until you get to some type of clarity, or you get out of this predicament. You could also be conflicted because you're in your head about some type of message and or some type of gossip. Maybe there was some type of letter or something that was coming towards you. And you feel like, okay, well, this won't be practical. Or maybe you feel like somebody was lying. But it seems like as you have some type of peace and or rest, you realize, okay, well, something actually was exactly what it was supposed to be. And it's supposed to help you renew and have a new start, a new beginning. But because of your investments, because of your finances, you're not sure if you can. You just have to be disciplined when it comes to your family, your structure, and or with the things that you have to get paid. There also could be a new job or something that's coming towards you and they're going to pay you more than enough. But you may have some type of clarity that this fucks up your home life balance somehow, some way. And then it's going to make you conflicted. It's okay, well, I don't know which one to choose. You don't know if you're limiting yourself and or isolating someone else that's around you, especially if this is your child. They may reconcile with being in their head. It's like, okay, well, I'm alone or I have to do something by myself. So just be careful when it comes to some type of choices that you make. You may have to decide, okay, well, I'm going to focus on my kids first versus a job. Okay. All right. What else is going on? I'm hearing, I don't work a job, bitch, I am a job. I don't know. Who sang that song? Is that Jay? I don't know. Child. So something could be hidden in plain sight for Gemini or for you, Gemini. You just need to enjoy the journey, okay? Things are going to synchronize exactly the way that they need to, but it seems like you need to reflect on things that you're prioritizing right now. Because maybe from time to time you have this like, okay, well, I don't have any strings attached to me. I don't have any type of restrictions. I can work when I want to. I can let something go when I want to. But at the same time, you also want to be praised for your work, or there's some type of indication that you feel like is going to show you how great you are. But it's like at the same time, there's other features or other things that's being left behind. It's kind of in the background. Somebody could be going to the gym and or need to go to the gym. You could be changing your hair color. Something about the color green could be important. Like a teal, aqua kind of color. There is some type of love that's coming towards you. If somebody wants to show you some type of love, it's like, okay, let's let go of some type of scars. Let's live moment to moment. They may even want to surprise you when it comes to something. But at the same time, it's like after y'all have y'all moment of whatever this is and y'all back at the hotel or back at the house, it's like, okay, well, now what? It's still some type of quietness. And then this is making you wonder if you should move on when it comes to the situation because they're sleeping peacefully. It's like, okay, well, damn. I thought something was going to get deeper. I thought we were really going to try to work on something. And you feel like this was just a band-aid to the situation. All right, last message for Gemini. What can you expect? Something is going to happen around summertime, okay? Well, there's going to be a first indication around summertime. It may get completed around fall. But in the midst of this, you may feel like, okay, well, something is just not as satisfying as it once was. Or there's some type of hunger that you feel like you can't feed into. There could be somebody that you're attracted to. This could be an air sign around the summertime. And maybe you feel like, okay, well, I'm just having to settle for the bare minimum. And I feel like you're being ghosted or disconnected. You may be triggered or you may be wanting to lean into this. And this may bring up some type of emotions and or confusion. So make sure you're not planning on cheating if this is you. What's happening around fall? Fall, you may keep it a secret. And you're like, okay, well, I'm just going to let it go if you did. You also could be secretly trying to walk away from somebody. You feel like it's a risk to tell other people. Maybe you feel like people don't really embrace you and or love you. They're just being sneaky. They just want to know your business and or just be around. They just want to see if you're unsatisfied when it comes to your life. So you may do something by yourself and or keep it quiet when it comes to a scenario. All right, Gemini. All right, there could be a Pisces that's around and this person is no good. Maybe you're not getting enough sleep and you want to talk about a situation. You could be still working on something particular or you need to still work on it. Somebody's trying to embarrass you off of a past decision, okay? And this person is karmic. All right, make sure this is not you that's karmic. Somebody's not really single, so don't have your head in the clouds, or this is going to lead to some type of temporary problems. You could have a sibling rivalry, or your children could be having some type of sibling rivalry that's going on. Somebody could be giving you some type of compliments, like, oh, okay, well, yeah, you taste good, you feel good, da-da-da-da-da, but something's going to be illuminated about them and or how they say this to multiple people. Somebody's going to address something when they are out of their emotions and or out of their minds. So if somebody get drunk, then this is when they're going to tell the truth. But whenever somebody feels like they have no other option, this is when the truth is going to come out. Either about you or around you. All right, let's move on. Hey. Cancer. So you could be working on your own health right now, whether physical, emotional, your mental. Something about you could be glowing and or shining. Something could be improving when it comes to your lifestyle. But somehow, some way, you can still feel disconnected from the people around you or what people say about you or people that you feel like are defensive against you. So maybe you feel like, okay, well, I'm not going to back down when it comes to it. Somebody don't want to do something for me or acknowledge me or whatever, then you're going to uphold the same thing. Something also may be highlighted about someone who's going through an abusive situation. Let's look into this first. Who are we talking to? Cancer? Who's going through an abusive situation? All right, this could be a Taurus, a Leo, a Libra, a Scorpio. A Taurus for sure, Sagittarius, or a Capricorn. Somebody could be going through a situation, or this could be someone that's pregnant. Hopefully they're not doing things that are over to the extreme at this point in time, because this is going to lead them to be exhausted. And something that they invested in, they're going to feel like, okay, well, how do I adapt to this, or what's next? They could actually be someone that's going for a dream or a goal, and they can feel like something is far off, but it's actually more reachable with time. It is. They could just be lying to themselves, or they're fearing some type of change and or disaster. So they're ignoring another way for them to adapt. Somebody also around you could be a scammer, Cancer. Somebody could either knowingly write fake checks, or they do things that they're not supposed to. It's like, okay, well, I know that I'm supposed to file my taxes, or I know I'm supposed to be doing something a certain way, and they don't. This could be a Pisces, an Aries, a Leo, a Capricorn, a Libra, an Aquarius, a Cancer, or a Gemini. Okay. And maybe right now they feel like, okay, well, I'll just release myself from some type of emotional detachment and or be hesitant, so that way I can still celebrate. And something may be delayed or not go their way in the way that they need to, and this is going to bring us some type of conflict. To something that they want to do, or something that they feel like is a wish fulfillment. Somebody also could have called you a scammer. And maybe like sticks and stones may break my bones, but that don't hurt you. Somebody said that you were trying to harm somebody, or there was some type of harmful intentions. And maybe you're like, okay, well, yeah, there was some type of structure, or something was a little, you know, something was there, but you were able to let something go. And maybe now you feel like there's somebody around you that has some type of insecurity about it. And they're either looking over their shoulder, or they feel like they don't trust you. So it's like, okay, well, maybe I was texting somebody, but I wasn't cheating. Or maybe I was doing something, but I stopped. And maybe now, because somebody knows based off of someone else, they feel like, okay, well, they want to look at this relationship a little bit different. Somebody wants to dominate how you guys recover and or move on from some type of separation and or disagreement. They feel like they have some type of self-doubt, and they need to make sure that their wishes are fulfilled, and or you're going to do the things that they want you to do before they really indulge in this family or this legacy. So it's like, okay, well, before we get married, before we do this, before we have a baby, we need to make sure. They want some type of confirmation. All right, what else is going on? Maybe even if this conversation is not with you, maybe they have a child's mother, a child's father. It's like, okay, you feel isolated because it's like, okay, well, before I get something to green light, I need to make sure that somebody's not lying about their finances and what they're trying to do. It's like you could be dealing with a child's father. It's like, okay, well, I want to make sure my baby mom not lying about what she need money for or whatever before we do something. And now you feel like you have to side eye the situation because you feel like you're going to always be in this situation. It takes two people to raise a kid. You're trying to figure out where you belong when it comes to it. All right, what else is going on for Cancer? So there could be some type of exposure that's coming out about how somebody wasn't committed. So maybe there was some type of cheating going on. And maybe you ain't trying to be honest about it. I don't know. Be honest with yourself. All right, who was cheating on Cancer? Or who was cheating with Cancer? With Cancer. Maybe you already knew. This could be a Virgo, a Libra, a Sagittarius, a Leo. Heavy on the Leo, a Gemini. A Cancer, Scorpio, a Pisces, an Aquarius. A Capricorn or a Scorpio. No. So it's like, okay, well, let's have some type of secret. Let's have something between us, and we don't really have to be committed, or we don't really have to tell people. Maybe somebody secretly don't want to get married, or they don't really want to have some type of sharing goals, but they feel like, okay, well, I have to reconcile with someone so that way I can grow in or nurture some type of environment for myself, so that way something can change. And maybe you know this. It's like, okay, maybe somebody secretly wants to invest in something changing. Is this with you? Somebody's like, okay, well, I want to compromise. I want to have some type of change with someone in my family or my friend, or I want to be able to do something with my friend, but I also want to be able to deal with somebody else, so that way it doesn't look like I'm a part of the LGBTQA community. No, no. Somebody could be trying to hide under a same-sex relationship. Cancer. That's why when it comes to that. Whether you or somebody that you're dealing with. What else is going on for Cancer? Yes. There could be an earth sign around you, and this person is corrupt and or materialistic. They're not in their best energy at all at this point in time, but they could want some type of forgiveness, or they want to overcome some type of grief. They could be trying to recover with someone if they feel like it's stubborn. This could be definitely someone that they're married to, or they feel like, okay, well, we can celebrate, we can have something together. But they feel like they have no fight left when it comes to a certain type of community. So this could be the person that's a part of the LGBTQA community. It's like, okay, well, I don't want to do that anymore. I want to go ahead and wrap this up. If this is not the LGBTQA community, this could be just something that they've been out here sleeping with people. It's like, okay, well, now I feel like something's going to be bad news unless I save or unless I have some type of security or they got some type of bad news. If this wasn't something that was truly bad, it's just something that was official, some type of paperwork or something that made them feel like, all right, my perspective needs to change. I need to secure something instead of making something a fantasy and or a possibility. So they could be sitting back in their emotions right now trying to figure out, okay, well, how and or when. There could be some type of regret to this. I'm telling you, somebody got a letter and or some type of communication or something that's just like, okay, I didn't need this reminder. I didn't need something to be signified right now. Because they feel like they're not on the same page when it comes to somebody that they're trying to convince. All right, let's see. What's going on with y'all the next 7 days for Cancer? Okay, there may be something that you feel like is not really going in your favor. Okay, there may be some type of hardship, but something that you feel like, okay, well, I don't understand how this is part of the process or how something is going to help you. But know that success and struggle is a part of it. But there definitely may be some type of disagreement that you're going to end up having to walk away from. You also may realize it's some type of bad luck in order to go through some type of transition. It's like, you know what? I'm going to leave something where it's at. There may be something that you feel like you just have to let go. It's something that you're wanting to fight. It's like, okay, well, somebody's like, okay, well, you get this much amount in taxes back. Let's say you get, I don't know, $2,000. And somebody's like, oh, no, well, we disagree. We're going to let this go. You only get $200. It's like, okay, well, it's going to be an issue to fight this. It's okay, well, damn, I thought that something was going to be able to heal and or be reversed. But you feel like there's some type of neglect that you have to do or something that you have to let go when it comes to something that you were planning on buying. Yeah, finances may be your issue in the next couple of days. So just know that as well. If you feel like you're going through a cycle where you're fighting with a lot of people or there's some type of opposition or people want to push your buttons, know that you can go through some type of transition and either leave these people alone or walk away from having emotional conversations. You don't have to disclose something secretly, or you don't have to disclose something that's going on in your mind or how you're truly feeling. You can just walk away from it. And if you feel like somebody's neglecting some type of property, somebody's not cleaning up, somebody's not doing what they're supposed to, then go ahead and provide something for yourself and move along. Or tell them that they need to go and secure something for themselves so that way they can. You may be going out somewhere. Maybe you're just like, okay, well, I just have some type of adventure, something that I want to do. You feel like you can pay for it. You can neglect, worried about home, worried about your kids. So you have some type of secret time to yourself. But there may be something that's making you feel like, okay, well, I don't know if I should go or if I shouldn't. Maybe there's some type of gut feeling that something is going to lead to some type of bad luck. Because there's somebody else around. This could be an earth sign masculine. And if there's a situation that they can't really solve. And this is going to create another sacrifice and or some type of issue. I don't know. You may feel like somebody's lazy and say, okay, well, I'm not going to leave this person around my kids, or I'm not going to leave this person around my ex, or whatever the case may be, because you feel like somehow they may take the momentum for what it is and do something for themselves. It's something that you feel like you don't trust, or somebody you don't trust. All right, last message. Anything else for Cancer? Okay, so overall, it seems like you could be looking good, or so you're going to be doing something for your body, for yourself, and it's going to make people very attracted to you for whatever reason, in whatever way. But throughout the process, you may feel guilty because it's like, okay, well, you're not sure what something's going next. It's like, damn, well, since I didn't get that money that I thought I was going to get, and I only have this money, I'm going to spend some money on myself versus on my kid, or whatever the case may be. But damn, I don't know what's going to happen next. Reclaim your energy when you go through this, because you'll be able to rekindle some type of boundary. Something will still work out the way it needs to. Okay, but you definitely may be in touch with yourself, but there just may be some type of indication that you need to focus on time and or love and live things moment to moment. You may need to let go of some type of perspective about your finances or something particular at this point in time. It could be somebody that wants your love and your attention, and or that you need to see their value. This could be a kid or maybe even a grandparent. It's like, okay, well, love on them while they're still here, because this is when it matters. All right, let's pick these up off the floor before we move on. Let's see. Cancer, what do you need to know that you don't see coming? I didn't know all this was down here. I didn't know. Alright, you could be reading something wrong or not reading the full details when it comes to a particular situation, a person, some type of letter. There's something that you're not reading. Is there some more? Okay, that's it. It could be something that you're not really reading into. If this is not you, this could be an earth sign. And maybe right now it feels like, okay, well, I just feel disconnected from something that could be fortunate and or something that could bring some type of ease to my lifestyle. And so they need to be open to receiving a new cycle and or letting something go. So that way they can recognize something about their journey. But this person could be super ambitious and they're just trying to do something the safe way. They could be hitting some type of deadline, heavy on the Virgo. And it's like, okay, well, there's some type of deadline that they need to get something completed. This could be like somebody that has some type of community service or something like that they need to get done ASAP. Alright, living my life like it's golden is your song that's playing. Confirmations for... Ouch, why does it stick to me? Alright, so stop looking back, keep going. Something about the nighttime, so you definitely could be up in the middle of the night, or maybe you're seeing something when it comes to butterflies, or there's something that's coming directly to your door somehow, some way. You're telling yourself yes when the answer is actually no, and somebody thinks that you're desperate. All right, who thinks that you're desperate, Cancer? This could be a Libra. This could be a Capricorn, heavy on the Capricorn, or an air sign, an Aries. Not Aries, damn. An Aries could be Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Maybe even an Aries. Somebody thinks that you're desperate. Alright. Let's move on. After Cancer comes Leo. First comes marriage, then comes baby with the baby carriage. So you could be the person that's dealing with the Cancer, Leo. And it's like, okay, well, before we have this baby, before we do something, let's do it in steps. You also could be realizing that there's somebody around you that's asserting some type of control. They have some type of independence, and from time to time they feel restricted and or they're in their head. And this puts them in their confusions or in their emotions. And then they're able to concentrate. They realize that they have some type of resource, and this is a wish fulfillment. Somebody could want you to be proud of them, Leo. This could be a Gemini, a Capricorn. Heavy on a Gemini, a Capricorn, a Pisces, an air sign, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, or a Scorpio. Maybe even a Libra. Maybe you're realizing that somebody has some type of freedom. They just have to detach from a certain way of doing something in their head. They can have some type of structure and or they're intelligent. It's like, oh, this person's actually kind of cool. Or this person has some type of honesty to them. They could just get frustrated and or dissatisfied when they feel like something should be a wish fulfillment or something should be easy when it comes to their stability and or their finances, and they have to create a resource or they have to find a resource. This puts them in their emotions and or makes them feel like they have to be strategic. But it seems like overall somebody does have some type of joy or happiness or some type of enthusiasm to them. There may, Leo, there may be some type of bad news that's coming towards you or something that makes you feel a little disappointed. I don't know if this makes you feel sarcastic or you may feel like, okay, well, something is just stupid and or a distraction. You're going to have to overcome some type of adversity. So make sure you are able to improve your finances and or your health. So that way you're able to accept whatever this is. Maybe you're trying to withdraw from something and or you're trying to figure something out secretly about your independence, your success, or who you are and what you can do. All right. You also could be trying to test yourself. It's like, let me push myself to the limit or let me do something for myself. All right. What else is going on for Leo? So again, somebody definitely could be triggered and or angry. Well, who's triggered? And somebody could be getting caught up in the act being triggered, or it's like, okay, well, why are you really this mad? This could be a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, heavy on the fire sign. And maybe the day start off like, okay, well, I have some type of happiness and or success. But then throughout the day, there's a call or something that comes through. And it's like, okay, well, damn, I'm unable to avoid some type of change. There's something that you feel like you have to ignore or you have to push back. There's something that you have to delay. It's like, okay, I can't go on this trip anymore. I can't do something anymore. And maybe you want to distract yourself, or you feel like, okay, well, I want to go be around someone who should be able to distract me. But the vibe between y'all changes. It's like, okay, well, they're not really open to the things that you want them to do. There's some type of refusal here. And this makes you feel like, okay, well, somebody is just trying to delay you, or somebody never wants to do something that you want to do. And they start to look at this like this is envy. So be careful how you respond to a situation that triggers you, fire signs, or you could be dealing with another fire sign and they feel triggered. So be careful about how they respond to you. Don't let nobody just walk all over you. What else for Leo? If there's something that you're determined to do or something determined to get through, as long as you focus, there will be some type of support. Now, from time to time, initially, you may feel like, okay, well, this will be fair, or something is as balanced, but throughout the process, you may feel like, okay, well, I'm not sure how this is going to go or how this is going to grow. Maybe there's a decision, a business, or something you're trying to do. And you feel like, okay, well, something is just stupid or something that's not going to last type of hope. It actually ends up being positive, but you have to get through different cycles first. So know that there's going to be different cycles to this business and or different things that you feel like, okay, well, I'm not sure if there's going to be some type of value here. There's going to be some type of pause or new perspective about your family, about how you support your family or how people support you. And then you may also realize why somebody had to go through some type of change and eliminate certain things about themselves. Something could be happening before Libra season. There could be a Virgo or a Taurus around, and maybe they feel like, okay, well, I was disappointed, or I made some type of bad business decision, or I was impatient when it comes to a decision. They didn't think something was going to be investigated, so they felt like, okay, well, I could still be thriving and or successful. But somebody's going to be Aries, a Cancer, or a Libra that's refusing to compromise with this Virgo or this Taurus. And this may lead to some type of hopelessness. You could be the mother of somebody, or you could be friends with someone, and then they're going to tell you like, okay, well, somebody's losing momentum, and or when it comes to creating some type of situation, there's a type of delay. Somebody may clear something up for you between now and Libra season. Hoping nobody's getting hurt, because that's a little, something could scare you. It's like, okay, so what does this mean? Somebody that you were living with, somebody that you were dealing with was doing what? Something could scare you. All right, there also could be somebody that's wanting to court you, even if you're older. Somebody could be yearning for you. They feel like, okay, well, I just want to see what your perspective is, and or if you're open to foreign people, if you're open to people that you are not close to or that you've never dated before. Somebody wants to know if you will broaden your horizons. You could definitely be either in your 40s or above your 40s. 45 is out here. Somebody can see you as an old soul, or there's somebody that you remind them of, and they feel like, okay, well, I'm open to this journey, or I'm open to some type of vacation or doing something with you. And maybe you're in the process of letting go of the past, and so you feel like, okay, well, I do have some type of short illness or something that's going on, but you feel like you can still at least conversate with this person or just kind of figure out where they are mentally. All right, let's see outcome if you indulge in this, Leo. I don't like it. It's not going to be horrible, but you guys aren't a match. Somebody's trying to focus on them taking some type of energy in or doing something for themselves. They're going to feel discouraged about this relationship in the process. And maybe you've already had enough relationships that was imbalanced, and it made you feel like it was just a scandal. It was just a scam. You don't need it. Walk away from this person. Now, when it comes to you talking to them just because you feel like you need some type of energy and or somebody that cares about you, you need to get out of some type of insecurity. This is some type of deception, okay? Absolutely not. This is going to take you away from trusting your instincts or living. Something about living single. Maybe if you watch Living Single, there's going to be some type of recap of Living Single, or maybe you used to watch this. There's going to be something in this show. If you watch some type of clip about it, it'll give you some type of confidence. Or you're going to be able to recognize that somebody was a bully in this show and say, oh, damn, I didn't even know this when I was a kid. I don't know. Maybe something about living single could be important. All right, let's see. What else? I wasn't even supposed to put that in there. You could be worried about time. So I haven't grabbed this deck for anybody. So if you've been worried about time, Leo, when is the time frame? Give something until Virgo season. If you need something immediate, give it 6 days. Something about 6 days, 6 weeks, 6 months, or the number 6. Somebody could be going to jail for some. The number 6, 6 weeks, 6 days, 6 months. Something about a Cancer or a Virgo could also be important. You could be around a teenager, because I'm thinking 6, 7. And maybe this person is trying to listen to their friends when it comes to a wish and or fulfillment. It's okay. Well, they're telling their friends and telling them to take the stand when it comes to an idea or search for some type of exchange. It's like, okay, well, my parents won't let me do this. Let me figure out how I can negotiate a situation, because everything is in progress. And then they may feel like, okay, well, something is not worth waiting for. Because there's a Gemini that's around, and this person, it seems like this person moves a lot, or they do things that are way too fast. They may feel like they're wasting their time. You may be giving advice to a teenager soon. This could be happening in the next 6 days. All right. What else is going on for Leo? You may want to know if something's going to get accomplished. All right, let's see. How is it going to go the way that you need it to go? Okay, in the end, yes, but the process may not be as comfortable as you want it to be. Initially, like, you know what? Okay, cool. This is going to give me some type of freedom. I'll have some type of self-awareness about what I have to do. I'll get out of some type of self-limiting beliefs. You have some type of clarity. But at the same time, there's some type of emotions you have to suppress. So, okay, well, I can't worry about something right now. I can't deal with something right now. Let me go ahead and focus on what I need to get done for the task of the day. And you'll worry about the distractions afterwards. So in the end, you're able to get something done. You just may feel like, okay, well, now I'm lacking motivation to continue and or figure out what's next. But yes, it gets done. All right, let's see. Anything else for Leo before we move on? Somebody may need to go get their eyes checked, because as soon as I did that, I said, somebody may need to get their eyes checked. Maybe somebody wear glasses or contacts. There's somebody that wants to, again, devote themselves to you, and or there's going to be some type of growth. But again, if this is a person, they're sneaky. Absolutely not. See the patterns for exactly what this is. If they try to put you on some type of getaway, oh, I want to come see you and have a getaway. Absolutely not. The answer is no. Somebody also could be trying to grow with you. It's like, okay, well, I see that you have some type of business or you're doing something, and it's like only a matter of time before something to show back to you. So let me be sneaky. Let me come and be on your side. Even though I don't really want to see where this goes, I may even ghost you. I want to show you some type of appreciation. Somebody trying to be sneaky or be your friend on purpose. This also could be somebody that has some type of revenge plot, or they had some type of idea, but it didn't go anywhere, so they had to let it go. They feel like, okay, well, maybe I was going through an era where I was being sneaky or I was trying to do something, but let me let you know that I'm thinking about you and give you some type of appreciation and wonder about how your family is doing. This could definitely be another fire sign, or this is you. Okay, so be careful when it comes to that. Let's see who's around you, Leo. Okay, so you could have somebody that's an architect, or somebody that you feel like is thoughtful, somebody that you feel like is precise. It seems like they have really good layouts, or they're able to set their emotions aside when it comes to a situation. There also could be someone around you that you feel like is older, and maybe this person is refined, or they need to refine themselves somehow, some way. This could be an Aries. The number 10, I think that's a Scorpio. This could be an Aries or Scorpio. You also could have a Pisces around you, or a Cancer. Somebody could see you as the CEO, like you're powerful, that you're driven, but they feel like, okay, well, there's still something that's mysterious about you, and or they could be talking to someone secretly, especially if you're on the game or if you're doing something that's a hobby for yourself. All right, let's figure out who these people are. When it comes to this person that you feel like is thoughtful and precise, this could be somebody that walks away from you, or they're going through some type of financial issue at the point in time, and they could be in distress about having to buy things on sale, or if they can get the things that they want. Or maybe they're trying to get something to sell, and they're like, okay, well, I'm not sure if I'm going to have to host a sale. Y'all may have conversations, or maybe you want to have a conversation with this person. There could be either some type of travel between y'all to where y'all don't live in the same city, or there's some type of distance the way that y'all communicate. Somebody definitely could be an owner, and it feels like, okay, well, I don't know if I lost an opportunity, I lost a property, I don't know if something is actually worth it anymore. They can feel like their confidence is upside down, and something's actually going to go their way. Yeah, their money's going to actually increase. It may even double. And somebody may come clean and say, okay, well, I was just holding back because I feel like when it comes to this career, I was going to have to walk away from something when it comes to communicating. And now it feels like, okay, well, they have a lot more confidence where they're not as boring as they usually are, or maybe somehow you don't really care about this because you're like, okay, well, I have something else that I need to get out of my head about. So there could be somebody that you're watching. It's like, okay, well, great, good for them, but what about me? All right. Now, the person that you consider old, or somebody that needs to refine themselves, this could be someone that's emotionally disappointed. Somehow they could have walked away from you. Maybe y'all used to eat together, or y'all used to date, or whatever the case may be, and they felt like they could just run off. They could have been playing some type of game, but they also got hurt or hit by somebody else that they were dealing with. They ran into someone. Hoping nobody's getting into some type of accident. Somebody could hit a deer. in the next week while they're driving. Anywho's, they were disappointed in this relationship and or this commitment, so they feel like they can block you. And maybe somehow ever since then you kind of been caught off guard when it comes to love or how people embrace you. You feel like, okay, well, I don't really know what the right decision is. What should I wear? What should I do to present myself a certain type of way so that way it doesn't happen again? But it was always going to go like this because of this person's characteristics. They're toxic. And maybe you feel like, okay, well, I do have a new perspective on this friendship, but at the same time, you've known them for so long, or they send you messages from time to time, you feel like you can balance this out. You should not be doing so. They really don't even have a desire for this earth sign woman that they feel like has some type of legacy or finances. They feel like, okay, well, something shouldn't be a fresh start. They could be a hater of this scenario as well. Okay. Who's the secret person, the secret agent? Somebody's going to talk to you and then disappear. This could be somebody that you feel like is heartbroken, and or you're heartbroken that they separated. Maybe it's like, okay, well, we had a conversation and I thought that I could invite them to something else and or we can grow in this relationship. But they could have looked at this like, okay, well, I was just curious to see what this was. I need to get out of some type of funk. Somebody could have used you just for a moment in time. And although you feel like, okay, well, something could have had some type of routine and or been steady, somebody doesn't want to be in some type of confusion. They feel like you have a lot of emotions and or different people. They also could feel like you were going through some type of grief at this point in time. And so it's like, okay, well, no, I'm going to walk away from this. So maybe there's somebody that you're still spying on. They could have sent you their location, or y'all had a one-night stand or something like that, and somehow you felt they're mysterious. All right. When it comes to somebody that's a CEO or somebody that looks at you like you're the CEO, Leo, somebody definitely could look at you like you have some type of success and or that you have some type of positivity. You could be getting some type of recognition or something's going in your favor. There's a notification like, oh, even if it's small, it's like, okay, you have some type of startup business, because he had a t-shirt that says startup. It's like you have something that's starting up. It's like, okay, well, great. Now I got notification that people are following me or people are interested or whatever. There's some type of conversation that's making you feel like, okay, you're hitting something right on target. You also could be highlighting how something is going to balance out, or you're going to be able to recognize what you need to do to balance something out. So that way something doesn't just seem like a small offer and people are looking at it like it's boring. So the way that you approach something or the way that you present yourself as a business owner could be changing. And this could be leading to your legacy. So shout out to you. All right. Let's get y'all some confirmations and wrap this up. You also may need to sort through something. I don't know if you like to hold on to things like hoarding, or it's like, oh, I need to go through my closet and clean all this stuff up. I need to go through and sort and see what I actually need, what I actually use, or it could be something that you need to go through. All right, your Taraji moment is here, or somebody around you is going through some type of love moment or some type of career moment. There's somebody around them that's jealous. Listen, and they know they will give you some type of good advice. You could be going on a family vacation, or something could be getting canceled. You could be seeing constant angel numbers, or you may know somebody around you that's not really listening when you talk to them, or you're not really listening to when they talk. This could be a niece, a nephew, somebody in your family. The way that you're carrying isn't yours. You need to let this go. Somebody is not the one, especially if they're trying to seduce you. Let it go. You may know somebody who's a drinker and or a smoker. They could be hearing a particular song and or quote, and it's like, okay, well, now I know that I need to have a quick start to a certain relationship and or conversation. You may be dressing up, or maybe something about a dress code, a uniform, going to an interview could be important. All right, if you want to know if you're going to get a certain job, let's see, if you're interviewing somewhere, will you get the job, Leo? Yes, you will. This could be happening either in or during Cancer season, but this may be something that you either have to travel to. There could be some type of difference. So it's like, okay, well, I have to be determined to make sure I can get something to work. I have to be determined to concentrate on it. Maybe you have to learn a new system, and or again, there's some type of self-discipline to where people are going to expect you to be able to do something for yourself. There also could be someone around you that you feel like they have some type of authority to them, but this person is gullible, this person is violent and or ruthless. You may not like someone that you work around. Yeah, you feel like somebody's overly ambitious about doing something, or the way that they show off, like, okay, well, I did this by myself and they didn't. So you may get a job, but you may not like even the full dynamic of either the co-workers, the manager, or something like that. All right, let's move on. Virgo, I almost picked up this sex deck. So you could be sleeping with somebody, or somebody want to sleep with you. So let's talk about it. Thank you for the update. All right, who wants to sleep with you, Virgo? Virgo, you popped out, so this could be another Virgo, or somebody wants, or you want to sleep with them. You could be wanting to sleep with a Scorpio and Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Pisces. Heavy on the Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or Pisces. All right, if this is another die. All right, you're going to have to make something quick. So you may be in the midst of sleeping with somebody, and you're like, okay, yeah, let me go ahead and pump this out the way I need to. I don't know. Yeah, it's gonna be very cold. It's gonna lack some type of emotions. It's okay, well, I just needed something that's gonna calm me down. But somebody's gonna follow your instructions or do exactly what you want. But you may have more options, and as you get your post-nut clarity and you come back into your options, you're gonna realize, okay, well, this could have been a new love or somebody, but you gain some type of clarity that you don't want to deal with them. You actually want to walk away from them. Yeah, you may feel like somebody don't really want to experiment or something that's just not as crazy as you want to. So you may end up going back to someone else. All right, when it comes to this Pisces, because heavy on the Pisces. Somebody don't like to use protection. So this is giving pregnancy. Somebody likes to have sex with prostitutes, whether you're the prostitute or they the prostitute. Maybe both of y'all are. I don't know. Be honest with yourself. Okay? But somebody's feeling like, okay, well, we can have some type of huge attraction. I'm going to be impatient. So at the point that I say I want it, but you're going to have to get something. Oh, possible STD. I told you, somebody don't have protected sex. Let this go. Period. We're not even going to look into this. Let's move on. It's up to you. Trust yourself. Trust your body. People lie. What's going on for Virgo? Okay, so you could be communicating with someone. You're waiting on someone to call you back and or approach you when it comes to a situation. But again, you already see the signs that this is going to lead you into something that you feel ashamed by. Somebody's a clown. But you may be confused because you're obsessed on something or something that you feel like you just can't let go. It's like, oh, but I never got to, or I want to, or oh, but something was cut off before I could, and that could have actually been a blessing for you. So be honest with yourself. What else is going on with Virgo? I don't like it. There could be a cousin that's around you, somebody that's in your bloodline, and this person feels like they don't really have the honor that they used to have. They actually could be a hater. They could be someone that's karmic. They hate that there's some type of truth that's coming out, and or say, okay, well, I can't sleep or I can't do something the way that I want to, but they feel like they have some type of clarity on why. They can feel like you have somebody around you that's a savior. It's okay, well, they telling you to watch your enemies, and this could be including somebody in our family. You could have a cousin that's watching you or that wants to talk to you about a situation, and although they hate the truth, they feel like there's something that just is what it is. It's just the truth. Somebody also could feel like, okay, well, how did somebody know? Who feel like this, Virgo? All right, this could be a Libra, a Gemini, and this could be you, Virgo, another Virgo, a Pisces, a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, a Libra, a Capricorn, a Scorpio, an Aquarius, or a Gemini. What did they know? Somebody know that you had sex with somebody outside that you wasn't supposed to, outside the guidelines, or somebody knows. All right, what else is going on? All right, we'll go through the list once we're done. Well, we may have to. We'll see. I'm going to go get my charger first. There could be some type of challenge that's coming towards you. You may try to stand up and protect yourself, and maybe you feel like you're on the defense, but something may not be a wish fulfillment. There could be some type of bad news and or some type of letter that comes towards you, and you're not sure what to say back or how to respond. You may challenge somebody coming towards you very quickly to say, okay, well, let's just talk about something, or let's figure out what's next in it. And you're like, okay, well, I don't really need some type of support. I don't need something to be balanced out. But make sure you're not overindulging, again, when it comes to communicating with someone. Because someone feels like, okay, well, I don't really have some type of balance, but, you know, shit, why does it matter? Somebody can feel like, okay, well, I'd rather be negative, or I'd rather have some type of issue with my body and let somebody else that comes towards me have it too. Somebody don't care. There may be something that you feel like is not fair when it comes to some type of legal issues and or some type of court paperwork, but maybe you feel like you have to jump in and just take some type of action. You have to get something done all of a sudden or impulsively. This could be, this is Dolph that's playing right now. Preach. All right, so this thing can make me think of Preacher Boy on Sinners. You like, yeah, there's somebody in particular that's like, okay, well, yeah, I want this person to ride along with me or just to be on your tailcoat. You want them to make you look a certain type of way. So maybe you're going to end up having to come clean about a situation, or they already know something. They're waiting on you to say something. And this is why they don't want to commit and or marry. It's like, okay, well, I'm not going to say something because I already know that you overindulge. And if you can't be honest about overindulging, then I don't want to be a part of this at all. Yeah, this definitely could be a relationship. Okay. If you're waiting on the time frame, Virgo, Something about a separation. Maybe you're wondering how long something's going to be separate. You could be seeing 333. Something could be between 3 weeks, 3 days, 3 months, and 5 days, 5 weeks, 5 months. There also could be a Leo that's around. What's going on with this Leo? They could be talking to someone about some type of disappointment. They feel like, okay, well, they're sitting on the outskirts of a situation. They feel like they're not as entwined with somebody that they want to. And they feel like, okay, well, I have no other choice about, depending on how somebody responds to a decision and or a choice that I made. They want to provide some type of clarity to someone. And this could be happening between 3 and 5 days, 3 to 5 weeks, or between the time of 3 and 5. There could be someone that has a toddler. And it seems like this person is being embraced right now. They're able to have some type of clarity to where they don't truly have to be ignored or feel like, okay, well, I have to ignore other people. But maybe at the same point in time, they feel like there's some type of routine that they don't have or something that they can develop for themselves. They don't have to out of manipulation. So you may be telling somebody or telling a kid that you need to give them choices or you need to make a choice if you're talking to your own kid. All right, what's going on with Virgo in the next 7 days? You could be dealing with somebody that you really shouldn't. I think that's the biggest message for y'all. Because if not, this is really going to make you upside down and or stressed if you take action. Okay, so be careful who you embrace. If you're trying to get strength to something that you wish or something that you want to come towards yourself, you may feel, okay, you're upside down in the moment. You're not sure how you're going to be able to sit down and have some type of honor. But you will be able to boss up as long as you're being authentic and moving forward. Okay, have some type of healthy boundaries. You may end up honoring your mom or somebody that's a child's mom or whatever the case may be. You may start to give them some type of love. There may be some type of moment and it seems like somebody gets some type of honor and you may have some type of emotional baggage that you like want to either release or talk about. It's okay, well, great. Well, somebody was actually able to be authentic and have some type of leap of faith. And so now it's like, okay, well, let's see how this plays out. You want to create in progress when it comes to this person, or this is going to create some type of strength to that. But something still may not be as balanced as it needs to be regarding some type of discipline and or some type of truth. Somebody could be like, damn, you told them? You told them? Okay, let's see. Who you talking to or who's talking about you, Virgo? You told them. This could be an Aquarius, a Leo, a Pisces, a Libra, heavy on the Taurus or an Aquarius, an Aries. So maybe this Aries or whoever this is Taurus or whoever this is goes to someone. Who do they go to? They could go to a Libra, a Scorpio, a Virgo, a Capricorn, a Pisces, or an Aries. And they tell this person, like, okay, well, there's some type of setback and or some type of unwelcome change and or you're unwelcome. They're trying to make this person emotionally detached and or insecure so that way they could be out of touch. But the only thing that this does is make this person consistent. It's okay, well, I've just been nurturing myself anyway, or I've been doing something for myself, but they have some type of enlightenment about some type of investigation and or some type of scandal. They're going to feel like, okay, well, I really don't belong here, or your family don't want me around, then cool, I'm going to be happy and go elsewhere. But maybe somehow this makes you impatient because you feel like you were able to celebrate or you have some type of sense of belonging here. This also may highlight the fact that somebody's been irresponsible. A Scorpio, a Virgo, or a Libra could have been irresponsible. They could have been lying so that way they can stay in some type of negative pattern. And this is going to make someone want to give up and bring out some type of clarity here. So somebody's going to force the truth out of somebody, one way or the other. And she just said it's true. Yes, they do. Okay. What is this, bag lady? All right, what else is going on for Virgo? They may be around you that you feel like, somebody around you that you feel like is very diligent. They could be carrying a lot of weight. Yeah, they could have some type of determination and maybe somebody's hitting it out of the park. You could be somebody that's going to either like a baseball range, a golf, a top golf, a putt-putt. Something that's active that either kids go to or something that's family oriented. And at this point in time, he's like, okay, well, I'm just going to control myself, or I'm going to make sure that I'm being diligent when it comes to a situation. And this is going to bring some type of victory. Maybe you also recently went bowling or you're going to go bowling. And it's like, okay, well, now there's some type of sadness based off of some type of accident and or something that happened. And somebody holds back. Okay, well, what's going on here? Who's sad for Virgo? Okay, this could be an Aries, a Sagittarius, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Heavy on the Aries, an Aquarius, a Virgo, a Sagittarius. Somebody's feeling, okay, well, maybe I was overly critical. Somebody may end up wanting to tuck their tail, and it's going to be too late because there's going to be too many conflict between families. I think this is going to be an issue here. There also could be a judge around or somebody that's unforgiving and bitter. They may cause some type of challenge because they may feel like, okay, well, something is unstable when it comes to finances and or with you being with somebody, some type of friend. Somebody may feel like you're ungrounded and or you're greedy. They may be side-eyeing somebody that you're around, whether, especially if this is a Pisces or an Aries, and they may tell you that you need to be patient when it comes to something that you're doing and or what you desire. You may feel like somebody is too much in your business, so you're like, okay, well, you just need to focus on one thing versus who I'm sleeping with. You may tell somebody to get out your business, Virgo. It's like, why do you care about it? It's like a stepmom or a brother or a sibling. It's like, okay, why do you care? You just need to reject something or you just need to leave me alone. Maybe it's something's going to make you a little pushy, a little edgy. All right, what else? Last message for Virgo. You need to go ahead and get something done now. Make sure you're not procrastinating. Okay? Because if so, it may lead to a situation that you don't need. Alright, let me put this on my charger. So that way this don't cut off. Alright, cool. There could be somebody around you and you feel like you could plant seeds with someone, but it seems like this is only starting to grow some type of projection. Somebody feels like you're looking at two different people and they feel like this is not by accident or this is not by, like, you know exactly what you're doing. But they also could feel like, okay, well, we have a child together. We have something together. And although I really do want to separate from you, I really do want to do something for myself, they're in their comfort zone. They are. So somebody could be pretending because they feel like you're inconsistent and or you're going to avoid some type of truth. Somebody doesn't want to follow some type of self-illusion. So they're doing things for themselves. So it's like, okay, well, if you're going to help me pay for my self-care and my self-indulgence, then sure. Because, again, somebody don't see you the way that you think that they do. So you may need to heal when it comes to the situation. What just fell? Something could be catching you off guard. Maybe while you're doing something, something could be like, what is that noise? Or hopefully nobody's sneaking up on you. You need to pop out and show niggas? I don't know. All right, so make a decision, Virgo. You need to make a decision, but you need to also do so when you're not around your friends or around somebody else. If so, this is going to lead to some type of scandal. You need to decide that somebody that you're embracing that's not your friend or somebody that's that you don't really know is toxic. And there's no way you can stabilize. If you stabilize, you have some type of success. But this is all dealing about the person that you're around. You need to make a healthy choice, like today. Okay. All right. Well, confirmations. You could be lighting a candle, knowing somebody that's doing some type of candle work. Something about a red candle could be important. You need to read in between the lines or somebody else is doing so. If you have more than one option, option A, option B, option C, go with option A and don't change up the options when you realize that you need to go with option A. Somebody around you is kind, somebody is giving, but they could be caught up in living in the moment that they're regretting something or they feel like they're going to end up regretting something. You need to say yes when somebody asks you a question. This could be a Gemini. You knew since last month that something would happen, especially if y'all need to go y'all separate ways. You are meant to work for yourself. You need to see past some type of illusion when it comes to your finances. You could be happy that somebody reconciled with someone. All right, let's see. Who is this? Who are you happy that reconciled? All right, this could be a Leo, a Cancer, Scorpio, a Pisces, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, a Virgo, a Cancer, a Gemini. You could be happy that you get to reconcile with somebody. Okay, who do they reconcile with? All right, this could be a Libra, a fire sign, an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, a Virgo, heavy on the Sagittarius, or a Taurus. Okay. You also could be happy that somebody got back to something that they were doing. It's like, okay, great. Well, now it seems like somebody has some type of momentum and or they're excited about something. They're putting in some type of effort or progress and they're able to have some type of security and or finances to themselves. You feel like somebody has some type of freedom when it comes to their discipline and or wish fulfillment. But somehow this relief also makes you worry, like, okay, well, are we going to be able to let go of the past? Am I going to have to leave the home? Or there's something that you've realized, like, okay, well, what do I do about this now? So it's like a double-edged sword when it comes to a situation. There's definitely a water sign around you. And this person is not confused at all. They could be lying when it comes to them seeing your value, and or they're trying to manipulate you. So again, be careful when it's a water sign. Whoever that is for you, Virgo. Okay, something could be getting destroyed and or breaking. Yes, something is for you. You need to ask your spirit team for a specific sign. You are a leader. You just need to figure out in which segment that this is in. Somebody could be asking for a service, and or you provide a service, and then you're going to have to start over or redo a service. If so, even if you feel guilty, go ahead and apologize now and move along. There's a secret admirer that's watching you, or somebody that wants to reach out to you, but they could be actually younger than you. Be careful when it comes to this too, because somebody could pick up, you connect with them, and then you realize, dang, I shouldn't have called them back. There could definitely be some type of cheating or third party that's going on and or around. All right, let's move on. Yeah, and then Libra. We'll go to Libra next. And then we'll do our personals. Yeah, Pisces is already done, but I'll have this posted on YouTube probably by like 11 tonight. What's going on for Libra? Okay, so you can feel a little lonely from time to time, or from time to time you like to isolate yourself and then you invite people in. But you could be paranoid about somebody that's trying to give you some type of invitation, some type of offer. You don't trust someone because you feel like they're unproductive. This could have been part of it. Maybe you're dealing with this Virgo and you feel like this person, or a Taurus, and you feel like this person is rebellious when it comes to having some type of system, some type of tradition, and or being married. You could be wanting to walk away from anything that's unproductive or something that you feel like is a waste of your time. It's like, I don't really care about this, so I'm just not going to listen to it or talk about it, or you don't really care. You could feel like somebody is inviting some type of criticism in, or somebody that's that needs to be criticized. It's like, okay, you inviting this person into our world just so that way they can procrastinate us, or they can do something that holds us back. And they feel like, okay, well, yeah, there's some type of disharmony, but there's also some type of wish fulfillment as well. Somebody could be misaligned, but they're going to end up going through a divorce and or separation anyway. Something that's a broken family, or something that's just not meant to be what it is. Yeah, there's some type of corruption here with how something started. And somebody's like, okay, well, I've been procrastinating, and now I feel like, okay, now that I got some type of rewards, I can critique something or how something's been unproductive. And then I can isolate this person that I've been inviting into my life. So either this is you that's trying to do this, and or somehow you're involved. All right. What's going on for Libra after the next 7 days? Okay, so you're going to be trusting your intuition. You also could be like, it's like, oh, I'm sitting pretty. Something about you dressing up or doing something for yourself. Maybe you're changing something about your aspect. You're getting dressed up, wearing heels, getting your hair cut, or something like that could be important. Maybe you just got this done. There's some type of updates to yourself, your system, or is there something that you're, the way that you present yourself? It's like, okay, well, great. You have some type of fighting spirit, or you can do something for yourself. People are starting to sit back and watch you. And maybe they feel like initially you were disconnected, or something that just wasn't going the way that it should. And now people want to be gentle with you. But you also could be gentle with how people interact with you. It's like, okay, well, you like to sit back and watch other people first because you feel like you had to fight for something, or you had to disconnect from a lot of people. So it's like you don't trust easily. Somebody's hair could be changing, whether it's you or somebody around. Whether somebody's going from like black to blonde, blonde to black, short to curly, curly to long, or something like that. You may be letting go of something that you already know that you should. Yeah, something about your instincts could be important. Somebody wants you to let go of this stuff. They're like, okay, well, just let go of the fact that I'm attracted to other people, or I've been attracted to other things, or I've been causing you to feel like you had to fight for this relationship. Let's just trust in time. And but you, at the same time, you feel like you know your worth when it comes to a commitment. You could be reclaiming your energy when it comes to this. But at the same time, you want to commit to having some type of sleep, or you want to commit to being able to do things for yourself. So you're not really sure if you want this relationship to change. You could be going back and forth about a situation, Libra. And this is giving me a headache. So pick a side. Or maybe this is what you're telling somebody else. It's like, please pick a side when it comes to this person. All right. What else is going on? What song is this? All right. Can We Talk by Tevin Campbell is on. Somebody's going to be like, okay, well, something was your fault and something was my fault. When it comes to something that was created, they feel like, okay, well, we can have some type of emotional balance or emotional conversation about where something is going now. They want to express something to you about how they have hope, or, you know, something could still be a miracle. Somebody just wants you to be super grounded and practical when it comes to a decision. But again, you trusting yourself is the biggest thing. Because maybe you know that this person wants to sleep with you, or this person is using sex or money or whatever. So that way you can be compassionate towards them. They are. You already have some type of insight about this person. So don't let them put you back in a scenario you don't need to be in. Alright, what's going on for Libra? There could be somebody around you that you know is a healthy choice. This could be a Capricorn, Aquarius. This is somebody that you feel like has some type of passion, and or there's some type of conversation that you want to have with them. I don't know if you want to surprise them, or maybe you're just going to run into them somehow, some way. And you feel like, oh, well, somebody is happy, or somebody has some type of healthy choice, or they are a healthy choice. Something could be happening all of a sudden, and maybe either you see them on social media, or there's some type of memory of when y'all met. But maybe this is just like a flirting scenario. I don't think that you guys actually ever were in a relationship. Yeah, maybe you saw that this person was just an option, or maybe you were trying to have a one-night stand with this person and it ended, or it didn't happen. Somebody felt like, oh, this would be a risk, or I don't really want to show my full hands. They felt like the situation they were going through at that point in time was not enough. They were frustrated in a relationship. They had some type of outdated thinking, and now they're like, okay, well, maybe you could be my friend. They always wanted to talk to you, or just either chase you or have some type of conversation with you. And then they realize, okay, well, I'm just running into someone that's married, or somebody that's dealing with someone, and I don't want to have to run away from whoever that they're dealing with. So they started to separate. Maybe you feel like this person could be someone that balances you, or you could have some type of couple. Y'all can complement each other so well. Maybe you guys are both rebuilding when it comes to moving forward, or there's something that you guys are both building. I don't know if y'all both live together in the same building, or something about where they live, or maybe they came to where you live. And you were just like, okay, well, I like you, it's just not today, or something that's just not happening. But there could be some type of get-together, or something that somebody either goes to, or something that happens. And say, okay, well, great, let me see if I can talk to this person. Let's see if we can just work on this, because we really could complement each other, and I did separate myself from the person that I was married to, or whatever the case may be. Maybe you're chasing their attraction at this point in time, but they feel like, okay, well, they keep dealing with people that they feel like it's not enough. So it's like, okay, well, thank you for the admiration, but suddenly I want somebody that I can actually have passion with. They see you as just an option versus a healthy choice. And so they end the conversation. All right, what else is going on for Libra? Okay, so you could be creating some type of breakthrough for yourself, whether this is a business, or it's like, okay, well, you feel like you're in some type of hard place and you're just going to find a solution. You're going to create the solution for yourself. There also could be a kid around you. It's like, okay, you either could be trying to get their attention. So let me see if they think this is cool, or let's see if they're into science. Let's see if they're into STEM. There could be something that you're trying to get them to explore. This is like you want to have a really good relationship with your kids. They're going to show you a whole lot of appreciation. There also could be a grandparent around, and maybe this grandparent is going to have a breakthrough when it comes to dealing with a child. Yeah, this could be your family. You also could create some type of appreciation when it comes to your career or something that you're doing. It seems like there's some type of breakthrough, and it's like, okay, well, somebody sees that you're able to do things in multiple ways, and this leads to your legacy. You just have to have the courage to connect or do something a particular way, or change something. Something before the end of February could be important. I keep looking at 227. And maybe either there's some type of car failure, or there's some type of trouble that happens, but somehow this embrace some type of friendship and or pleasure. That somebody helps you and then you end up sleeping with them, or this happens to someone that you know. They end up sleeping with somebody else and they help someone else. I don't know. What's going on for Libra? Maybe you want to know about some type of tea. You know that there's some type of scandal and or a third party, but you're not sure about some type of information that you have and or how somebody's going to approach you. This could be the other woman and or the other man. So it's like, okay, well, you'll just kind of sit back and see how something goes. Somebody is, maybe you're worried about if somebody is sexually attracted to you. They are. But they could be fixated on recovering right now, and they feel like, okay, well, you have some type of clear boundary, and or you're able to communicate clearly whenever you feel like you're not sure how something's going to happen or how some scandal is going to play out. Somebody could have thought that they were going to marry someone or be with someone. It's like, okay, well, they're not really my desire. This could be a earth sign masculine or a water sign masculine. Maybe they was flirting with this person, or they was like, okay, we go out and have some type of good fun. We was sleeping together or whatever. But now they feel like it's a burden to actually be with them. And they feel like, okay, well, y'all have some type of friendship, or there's something that's going on between y'all. They could be worried about what you got going on, because maybe you're this person's baby mom. You could be this earth sign's baby mom, or maybe this earth sign looks at you like you were their match at one point in time, but there was a situation that just needs to end. They could be trying to recover, but this is not out of love. There is some type of, this is not. This is out of some type of fight or competition. So just be careful when it comes to that. All these memories, let them go. All right, anything else for Libra? I'm trying to see what this is over here. Like, is this a bug or what is that? Oh, that's cotton. All right. You could be in as soon as I said that. You could be trying to inspect something or look at something. It's like, well, what is that? Or let me see, or let me just see what's in this bag. Let me see if something is for you. Maybe there's something you're trying to pay attention to. But somebody's going to show you that they're dropping the ball heavy on the player. You're definitely dealing with the player. Let this go. And at the point in time that you're trying to rebuild something, it's going to completely break up your structure or something that you're trying to do for yourself. So you can be patient, let them cuddle you, let them be the big spoon, I don't know. And you could have some type of fun, but you're going to end up having to let this go. There also could be something that you're letting shine when it comes to you. This also giving, I don't know if y'all ever watched Dragon Tales, but this gives me the little Dragon Tales show. It's okay when you wish that something would just end or that you can go through some type of transformation, but you're not having a leap of faith. You're holding yourself back when it comes to a situation. So as long as you pray and or you do something for yourself, you'll realize, okay, well, you don't really need something to change. You just need to do something for yourself because you're not holding something back, or there's something that you can just collaborate with. You could enhance. You don't have to miss out on something particular. There could definitely be a Pisces or a Virgo that's around you. What's going on for Libra? You need to do something today, okay? Somebody's going to get caught up in public, whether good or bad, and you're going to end up stepping back from a situation and or a person. You bruised somebody's ego, okay? Maybe you told them about some type of interference or how something was not going to go their way. The initial G could be important, first, middle, or last. Somebody could be haunted by their own actions, thoughts, and or intentions, and now they want to sort something out because they feel like there's a storm that's coming. Something didn't go in your favor, Libra, but there's going to be somebody around you that helps you. This could be someone that's a feminine. You're going to end up embracing this person. There's also somebody that's in a well-balanced poly relationship, whether you want to be or not. Somebody feels like there's some type of unsuccessful outcome to their problem, and they want your light or they want your energy to help them, but you don't need to take this person back. Your self-talk is what's blocking you. That's the only thing that's blocking you. Maybe you're thinking a little too far ahead. Somebody is in your mind or you're in theirs, and they're trying to hide their hands about it. They don't want you to know and or see them, but it feels like you no longer have a need to be around them. So indulge in that. Okay, let it go. If somebody want to go back, the answer is no. Okay, go with option A, or you're dealing with a Virgo, you can go back and watch their reading. All right, let's go into personals real quick.